What's up with it, y'all? Polo Sports Talking ENT. Coming at y'all again with another one. Also, Polo Sports News Plus. Uh, Here again with another one. Hit that like, hit that sub. Also, comment as well. And make sure you hitting the notifications so you're able to get these videos that are coming, okay? And give you some time to get in here as we go ahead and nip this in the bud right here. I want to thank everybody that pulled up to the previous stream just a little while ago for the Polo Motivation. I'm going to be coming out with plenty more Polo Motivations. And also, I got some other stuff lined up too as well. That's uh, really working on um, improving the content of the channel overall. Gonna be a lot more stuff that I got lined up. Okay, so I'm just asking y'all, just to be patient with me. Got a lot of things on my plate, but nevertheless, there's no excuses. Let's go ahead and jump right into this, man. And you're welcome to come on in here if you want to. I'll put the link down in here real early. You know, uh, look, I told people. Okay, I told everybody, and also shout out to Ticket TV because he also put this in perspective too as well and let the people know. Salute to you, Marco Hinton. I see you in here. Texas stand up all day. Um, look, look. A lot of people have to realize that this situation between Luca and KP is nothing new. Okay, I told people from the beginning. If you go back to my streams and go listen when I was talking about the Dallas Mavericks, when I was talking about Luca and that whole situation and everything, I told people that Kristaps Porzingis is not happy in Dallas. This has been surfacing for a while. Not only did I hear from certain people, but also you could clearly see it when they were playing in the playoffs. Okay, listen, man, I don't feel sorry for neither one of them. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Right now, y'all are in a good space right now to make this to make this thing work and possibly do some good things over in Dallas. Okay, you got okay. First off, the general manager and Donnie Nelson, he had stepped down because Luca wanted that to happen. He marched up there, called himself getting mad and being the crybaby that he is. Not taking anything away from his talent. He is talented. He's still got a lot to work on as a player, but he is emerging into superstar status. Make no mistake about that. But he still has a lot to work on, both from a basketball standpoint and also from a mental standpoint, because that's just as important. Okay, but you want to sit up there, you want to march up in there, into the Dallas front office, and pretty much, let's just call it what it is. He made Donnie Nelson, lose his job. Okay, they'll give up on they'll have to give up KP to another team. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He's unhappy, Marco. He's really unhappy, and this is the thing too. I'm not going to exempt uh, KP from the smoke neither. Okay, because even though KP he's unhappy with his role and all that other stuff. Hey man, uh, you haven't been there 100% for Luca neither. Okay, now you have your injuries and everything, but you're not the same player that you once were when you were in New York. Okay, people were calling you the next Dirk when you were in New York. Okay, I had a lot of faith in you when you were in New York. Okay, but also, okay, as difficult as I know it is to play with a player like Luca, That's really no excuse. And also, you should have been a lot more aggressive in some of those games. Okay, you were hanging around, wanted to be, perimeter all the time and all this other stuff when you should have been just, using your size to try to get to the basket a lot of times and stuff. Okay, yeah, you put up a double double in terms of what's up, Jacob Jennings? Yes, we talking about your Mavs. I told you, Jacob Jennings. I told you. And Jacob, I definitely gotta get your take on this. Okay. Shout out to Jacob Jennings, Funky Town represents. But Jacob, man, I told you. Ticket told you. I done told you. I told you this a long time ago. We told you this shit. Man, listen, this is not a good situation. KP is not happy. Luca, he don't get along with him neither. And really, Luca, Luca is really the Achilles heel. Okay, even though he's the megastar, he's the superstar and everything like that, but he's the main problem too. Okay, but who are they gonna take? Of course, they're gonna take Luca because Luca was there first, and they see Luca as that guy now. Now that you have Jason Kidd, I don't want to hear no excuses. Y'all should be in the gym working together. Y'all should be working together. There ain't no excuse for this. Y'all shouldn't be going at each other or anything. Y'all should be up in there saying, okay, hey, look, get whatever you need to get out physically. You know what I'm saying? Get whatever you need to get out, from a mental standpoint. Iron that shit out and try to come together and so that y'all can win championship. Other than that, KP, then you got to go ahead and go because it's definitely not going to be Luca. you know, as bad as I hate to say it and everything, that is Luca's team, unfortunately. Now, KP, I don't have trouble with his attitude or anything like that. I don't see anything wrong with his attitude or anything like that. But you never know. We're not right there in the forefront of everything. We're not behind the scenes. We can't sit up here and just you know put all the blame on on Luca. We can't sit here and we can't put the blame all on Luca. Yeah, I mean, KP's not exempt from the smoke. As I let my boy James Nola boy get ready to go ahead and flame this little subject right here. There is no reason for these guys to be going at each other. You have a perennial all star, a former perennial all star that is a coach, one of the best point guards in the game that's able to see the game from a cerebral aspect. About to come together, they're setting up. He's got a coaching staff that he's about to put into place. Some of them from the Lakers, some of them from the 2011 team. They're also going to add JJ Barrera amongst the coaching staff when he hangs the shoes up, and they're going to have Jason Terry and they got Dirk Nowitzki as a special advisor. There's no fucking excuse. It's no fucking excuse why y'all motherfuckers should be going at each other at this time. No fucking excuse. Y'all need to come together, iron out what man, like Nola Boy knows. What did Master P used to do? They used to have a boxing ring. If they had issues with one another, hey, you take it out right there and get it done, shake hands, and then move on. But y'all not making anything better. KP, you could be a valuable weapon to Dallas. Y'all had the Clippers up 2-0. There's no fucking excuses at all. No fucking excuses at all. Get that shit right. Nola boy, welcome to the show. Go ahead and flame him.
Salute, Polo, man. Much love, man. Glad I could be able to be a cerebral assassin on your channel to a lot of fuck shit that's going on in this league. Salute to your panel and your chat room. I seen Jacob comment. Salute, Jacob. Cold on me this morning. We cooking early. Hey, man. Bottom line with this new era and this league that we watching that they say is basketball. Too much friendly vibing. Too much I want to be the man. That's why it's a team sport. Too much freezing people out trying to get their numbers to make it seem like they're the catalyst and they're the reason why this thing is moving. You can't drive a car without a steering wheel. You can't drive a car without a break. Because if you go forward, you got to be able to stop it. This ain't the Flintstone days. You need an ignition to put the key in. So you need something to go with something to get it done. What I'm saying, like you say, Polo, they got to hash this shit out. Two perennial potential could be all stars, superstars in the future. Fix this shit, man. I told you it had something to do with coaching though. Because anytime Rick Carlisle won a championship, and he supposed to be the championship coach, and you let this type of fuckery go on in your locker room between two of your main stars, because first, if you ask me, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Kristaps Porzingis there before Luca?
Yeah, they
Or
brought yeah
correct me if I'm wrong.
no
Or they both came in together to go as a 1-2 combination. Either way it go, they both put them together. They took it from New York to bring him over there to probably match with Luca to give him a 1-2 punch, some kind of 1-2 punch after seeing his potential in New York and what he could do for his upside in Kristaps. Now, what I'm saying is, Luca, people try to say he jacked up a lot of shots. People say Kristaps Porzingis was being aggressive and helping the man. But the way their league is constructed, who could be aggressive and help somebody win when you was a ball dominant person? Say, for instance, look at LeBron's system. That shit never worked. That's how Luca played. Ball dominant. You be ready when I pass that bitch to you. Now that's not no excuse because we done seen it work. Because if you on that level of a LeBron and you got the pieces around you, you still have to use your pieces. What I'm saying, you just can't use these people on bailouts. So what I'm saying to
facts.
Kristaps Porzingis and Luca, hash that shit out, mash that shit out. So when next season comes, it's starting at the right time. Y'all got what, 3-4 months, 3.5, 4 months possible. Get this shit right, man. Because once October come, I don't want to see the same boo-hooing. Because Kristaps Porzingis supposed to average 20 plus points with you, Luca. The man can't do it only getting 6 shots a game. You freezing him out. Now I like what you said. Jason Kidd, he won a championship with Dallas. He's a real flow general. I think he's gonna be a way better coach than Rick Carlisle for Luca. Because he played the game at a high level. He could see the flow better, like you said. So let's see with him bringing his coaching staff in with JJ Barrett. I ain't know he had the jet JJ Barrett. You still got the sniper, 7-foot sniper Dirk Nowitzki walking around that bitch. So all these pieces that was on that championship team can help this team get back to team ball, like that 2011 Dallas Mavericks team. They played team ball. They have superstar power to go up against Miami, but a team won. They use their players to their disposal. Like I'm talking about, it's so easy to have a 7'3" monster on the wing when his ass supposed to be on the post. That's just common sense, duh. He's a mismatch nightmare. Put him in that Chris Bosh way, like 15 to 20 foot out. Play him around that free throw line, all the way around from the right wing to the left wing. Just move him around. He's still on the right side of the court. That's strike number one. Because if I'm a scout, I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna flood that right side so he can't get off. Where he gotta make that pass and make your role players beat you. That's all from coaching there. You gotta see that shit. That's why they call it in-game adjustments, quarter by quarter, halftime adjustments. These niggas just
Facts.
don't always make no adjustments, dog. And like I say, Polo, I get tired of flaming these players because these players will come out and put 42 up, triple double, and still lose. How the
Yeah.
fuck is you losing when you putting up these type of numbers? That's coaching, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, dog. I always had the best coaches in the world, but I had
Mhm.
niggas that was willing to coach us to be great. You know what I mean? I
Right.
had the niggas willing to put our foot to that fire and make us get this job done. If I draw this play up, I'd be damn if you go left when I say go right. Because you a superstar power, because you got a name, because the league look up to you trying to push you as one of the faces of the league, you get away with murder. You can't get criticized. For example, for Kawhi, you sitting in a skybox. Come on, man.
Mm,
But
mm, mm.
get down Dallas and Luca, say, bro, they need to hash this shit in a mix because they got a nice little team over there. You got Tim Hardaway Jr., you got Richardson, you got fucking Porzingis. You why you ain't using the other 7-foot monster? Not this me if I was Rick Carlisle. I have Bo in and I have Porzingis at the power forward, which I know he could stretch you out. But just them two big men alone in the game deteriorate anybody from trying to come up. And I don't give a fuck about his feet, how slow he is. Long as you close to the paint, you can contest a shot. What I'm saying. You feel me? So you never gave your chance of self to win. You want to play small ball. You want to go off analytics, 3 pointers. You're not
Mhm.
moving the ball like you did last year.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, even though you win 7 games with them, because I never understood this for the life of me, Polo, and I'm gonna let you talk. Listen,
No, 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 no. Hey, James, nigga, your ass got,
how you
you got the flow,
how
nigga.
you go six how you go 6 games without Porzingis and you say, hold up, now if we'd have had Porzingis, we would have beat them. Now you got him for the whole 7 games. You go 7 this year, but you still don't use him right. You still don't know how to use the share the ball with this man. Like I said, bailout plays. They say Porzingis is soft. He not doing enough. He got to get his touches, man. Look at the touches Porzingis was getting compared to Luka for shot selections. How a nigga supposed to catch a rhythm like that? I'm just saying, bro. They got to nip that shit in the bud real quick, bro. Jason Kidd gonna get some pieces moved, and I think Porzingis gonna be the first one. And I think that man got a bad shake over there. To be honest with you, because like I said, when he was getting his touches last year, and that man got suspended for that game, everybody said they was gonna win, and he was productive. He was putting numbers up. That wasn't the Porzingis we seen last year, this year, and you could tell something ain't right in that locker room, bro. I wish I could be a fly on the wall in a lot of these motherfucking locker rooms. I want them to nip that shit in the bud because they're a young team and I know they ready. That's why I like the Jason Kidd hire. Get some of these players, Patrick Ewing, Jason Kidd, Avery Johnson. You fire Avery Johnson after going to the finals. I don't understand that shit. Like, come on, dog. Don't make no sense. Get some of these players, these coaches that played the game at a high level, that got a couple of playoff experience and championship, whether they won or lost. They've been to the big game. They know how I feel to get that. They know how to cherish these moments. They know how hard it is to get there. So they know what the work ethic need to be. I'm gonna push your ass to be great so we can keep being contenders, not pretenders. And that's the only thing I see. We lack a lot of great coaching, bro. Like I said, you got Everett Johnson, Patrick Ewing, Rhino Highlands, Mark Jackson, you blackballed him. You got a lot of good coaches, bro. That's not getting a fair shake. Chauncey Billups, Sam Cassell. Chauncey Billups just got the job at Portland,
Yeah,
and this
yeah,
nigga
he got
still
a
talking
bar,
about he trying to
bar.
demand a trade. I don't want to hear that shit, dog. These players soft polo. These niggas bitch made.
Yeah, man. What you say? What you say, James? Everybody be trying to hashtag it, but James is my nigga, man. I've been listening to him for a long ass time. It's shit water. I heard that shit before a lot of other people did, but that's what he called it, shit water. That's James quote right there.
Yeah, this
Listen,
shit water.
yeah, before I get started though, I want to let everybody know that this man right here, him, amongst LB, Two Rock, of course, Ticket, these were they were my definite inspiration for putting this shit type of shit out there. You know what I'm saying? I listened to this man right here because this man's not. He played the game at the highest level. I think me and James probably played it at probably the same level because I play semi and so did he too. So everything that I listen to, I listen to him because he's actually had his feet in the shoes and on the hard wood and actually bounced the ball. So I take into account what he's saying. Make sure y'all subscribe to his page because man, he not only talking about sports, he's talking about life too. Just had to get that out there for my boy Nola Boy Sports and James. Now this is what I'm gonna have to say. To what you said though, James. Listen, man. Luca, flat out, you already know more than I do. He's a bona fide crybaby. Okay, as good as Luca
All right.
is, and as great as he is, and everything, man, this man right here could save a lot more energy by just giving up the ball and coming out either on the weak side or the weak side or the right side to come and get the ball. And guess what? We forgot to mention somebody that nobody fucking talks about that should be handling the rock the majority of the time. That motherfucker, Jalen Brunson. That's a point guard that I would love to have on my motherfucking team, James. You know why? Because that motherfucker's unselfish. He knows how to. He's a two-time champion in college. Okay, you got him sitting on the bench, which Carlisle should have utilized him more. But instead, guess what you
Facts.
got? Instead, James, guess what you got? Luca doing dribble, 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 like the LeBron and the James Harden when he was in Houston. Dribble, dribble, dribble. You want to dribble up the court. Guess what? You done exerted so much energy. and then by the time you pass the timeline, guess what happens? Oh, well, you out of energy and stuff like that. Guess what you're doing? You're jacking up stupid shots, just like when when they had a chance to win in that last game and everything. Guess what you're doing? Instead of drawing the foul, you want to sit up there. You got, like you said, you had KP. As a weapon, you had all these other guys. You had Finney Smith as a weapon. He was killing that game. You also have Richardson. You also have Tim Hardaway Jr., as you said. Then you got two 7 foot savants that you could use down low that you could take up space. Why aren't you using your weapons? No, Luca, it wasn't your fault. You march up to the office, then you get mad, want to be a crybaby, you're pouting, you have no poker face, trying to get Donnie Nelson fired when he put pieces around you when you were up
Facts.
2-0. There's no fucking excuse why you should have even got Donnie Nelson fired. There's no fucking reason why you make Carlos stop down. But unfortunately, that's what happens. That's what you wanted. You want to take the LeBron James approach. Somebody been in your ear, want to try to do the business thing. Another thing that you was on key and on point with, James, that I like what you said about KP, is that when he first came into the league in New York before all the injury stuff, people were calling this guy the next like a more athletic unicorn Dirk. And then when he got to when he got to Dallas and everything, the injuries kind of got to him a little bit, and then he started playing a little bit. Then he kind of got dealt a bad hand, so to speak. And then he played with Luca. Hey, look, James, it don't take you from the street, man. It did not take rocket science to figure out that something was wrong in that locker room. You could tell by the
You
body
could tell.
language that these guys did
Yeah.
not want to play with one another. Yeah, and that's what I told Jacob Jennings. He automatically recognized it because he's here in Dallas. He's like these guys to be up 2-0. It's like that situation that happened with the Clippers when they faced the Nuggets. They up 3-1. You knew something was going on. How are y'all gonna lose a 2-0 lead, and how you gonna lose a be up 3-1 and just lose something like that? No, that's turmoil. That's a recipe for disaster. And
Yeah.
everybody, I'm telling you, it's not just KP. It's going to come out too, James. I guarantee you. Don't be surprised if Ticket reports it or LB reported. It's going to come out. A lot of other players do not like playing with Luca. Man, bring Jalen Brown. My last thing before I let Jacob Jennings go ahead and cook on this too. Bring Jalen Brunson over to Philly. I would love to have him as opposed to Ben Simmons. At least I know he's a really cerebral point guard that could get to the line. And guess what he's going to do, James and Jacob? He's going to hit his free throws. He could hit a
Yeah.
goddamn
He not
shot at
scared of the
least.
moment. He not scared of that moment. I like that.
Man, Jacob
Salute,
Jennings,
Jacob.
man, welcome to the show. Funky Town in the building. What's up, man?
Good
Deep
morning. Good
town,
morning.
triple D, triple D.
Well, I don't live in Dallas now. I go to Dallas. Dallas is 30 minutes for me. So I'm next door.
Oh,
I'm
you
Yeah,
in
I'm
he in
in.
Fort Worth?
Funky
Yeah, I'm in
Town.
Fort Worth. Yeah, Fort Worth. But I mean, I
Uh,
ride through Dallas, but only in the morning time. Only in the morning time. I don't go in at nighttime.
got
Nighttime too bad. Nighttime too bad in Dallas. Too bad over
Well, nigga, your
there.
ass
But
sound like you just got up, nigga. You ain't even hit breakfast. You ain't even had a bowl of cereal out in this bitch yet, nigga.
nigga, I ain't had no milk and cereal. Milk and cereal for the kids. Milk and
Nigga, you
cereal for the
probably
kids.
using.
that
We know
nigga.
damn well you
That nigga
using
eat his
water, don't
cereal
we?
with beer. He
Cereal,
put
beer,
beer
yeah,
in
that's
his
right.
cereal.
Listen,
Oh man, I get a cold in about another hour or two. Give me another hour.
whew.
Let me get a little. Let me get some Lincoln grits in me real quick.
Oh man, okay, all right, Minister Society. All right, look,
Yeah,
man. Okay, what you think about it? We done talked about this before. Nola, you done heard what he said. You done heard what I had to say, and we done talked about this a while back. I told you there was turmoil, and KP wasn't happy. Go ahead, man. You got the floor.
I mean, I kind of had that feeling somewhat something was going on because Luca doing all that bitch ass crying and shit that he be doing all the time. Cry about every single foul. I be watching him, bruh. I've been fed up. I've been fed up with Luca. The only reason why I've been trying to give him a chance is when he, hopefully, he would have, maybe go into a different playoff mode and play at a higher level, which he did kind of play he did play better because he had a little injury and stuff like that. But you got to think about it. KP injury, that knee. I just think I just think that he won 100%. In the first place. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But like I said, injury or not, he still tried to play with it. He just, I just don't think he was 100%, man. But like I said, I believe they was having issues, all along, and it's eventually, slowly but surely, it's gonna start coming out. Mark Cuban sitting over here lying and lying to the fans, and then lying to the lying to everybody, making it seem like, oh, it ain't nothing going on, but Rick Carlisle gone. You see what I'm saying? Wasn't wrong with Rick
Yeah.
Carlisle. He couldn't do what he wanted to do because this crybaby on our team. I'm gonna go run and tell my daddy.
Oh, that's a good point, Jacob. I ain't think of it like that.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
run
good
and tell
fucking
my
point,
daddy.
boy.
You ain't my daddy. I'm gonna go tell my daddy.
Man,
Mommy, that
God
little nigga
damn.
off of foolish. Are you my daddy? Thought I'm on your daddy, nigga. Asking for $1 to go to school.
lunch money.
No, that's a good
Yeah,
damn point though, Jacob.
yeah,
Because listen, that Woodstock Rick Carlisle is a good coach. Defensive mind, he
yeah.
showed he could coach, get to the Western
Mhm.
Eastern Conference Finals. But when you got a player like Luka crying all the time, always don't want, like, he the type don't want to be coached because he getting all this rep that he be getting. That's why
Nope.
I see he'll say, let these players earn this shit, man. Stop giving
Yeah.
crown these players before it's their time. They got a whole career ahead of them. We crown them after 1, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years in the league. That shit ain't right,
Mm-hmm.
man. When other people had to go hard in the paint and had to wait till their shit was over, basically, then he must get judged somewhat, unless they just was like Kobe, Jordan type killer Magic. You know them type players from jump where you could have seen it. Because it
Mm-hmm.
showed in playoff. You can't even get out the fucking first round. So why is you getting baby five? Why is you getting all this luxury like you in a penthouse? Nigga, come back down to the basement. You gotta earn this shit.
Mm-hmm. He
And
been hearing his name in the he been hearing his name in the media. That's what it is. You
I'm
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
a
He
I'm
been listening to Hollywood NWO Brun.
hey, hey I'm a hey
Yes, brother. Yes,
I'm a
brother.
piggyback. I'm a piggyback off of what Jacob just said though. Okay, yeah, you true enough. You did have an injury, James and Jacob Jennings. You know, what I'm saying you had an injury and everything. But guess what, man? Injury or not, these people don't feel sorry for you. Whether it's in football, whether it's in boxing, whether it's in basketball, anything. What they're gonna see? They're gonna see a championship. They're gonna see a Larry O'Brien that they're trying to get to. Okay. And then the other thing
Mm-hmm.
is that you sat up there and you have a 40-point triple double. Oh yeah, that's all good and gravy. But guess what? It has no bearing on anything. That gets swept up under the rug when you get out of the first round and everything. They don't care about the fact that you did this or you did that or anything. It's what have you done for me lately? These guys are still out there playing. Trey Young is still out there. Giannis is
Yeah.
still out there. Even fucking Terrence Mann is still out there, and PG is out there, and of course the Suns are still out there. Where are you at? You are on the couch. Listen, another thing that Jacob did touch on that was very key point, and I think James was alluding to as well. Man, Rick Carlisle, there was nothing wrong with that motherfucker. Now, I'm not the biggest Rick Carlisle fan, but I do have respect for him because he came up under Larry Brown and Pop. You know what I'm saying? Under Indiana and when he was with San Antonio. And he played in the NBA too. I have respect for him. He got a 2011 championship. You need to be listening to that motherfucker. You were up to,
Facts.
oh, there was nothing wrong with Carlisle. You were the problem, like Jacob Jennings said. As much as I love Luca, and everybody was trying to flame me, James, when I said that Luca deserved to be the fourth ranking and everything like that. But hey, I said he still needs to work on his defense and everything. And also, I did say that he needs to stop crying so much. The mental part of the game is just as important as the physical. And he mentally, man, he just don't have it. You need a player like Devin Booker for all that we got on him about being mentally strong. Guess what he said, James and Jacob Jenner? He said, "I'm not blaming the mask or my broken nose on no shooting woes." You know what he did? He came out there 8 for 23, but they still got the win. You still got to go out there. You still got to fucking play and execute.
I like what he said though, because then he took that bitch off. He wound up taking that bitch off.
Right.
So at the end of the
Right.
day, you gotta do what's best. If you superstitious, you superstitious. Like he said, I'm not gonna blame it on this though. But at the end of the day, you see, he took that bitch off, and because guess what? If I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna get hit. I'm at wall anyway. My best chance of me getting this shit up off my face so I can be able to see using my peripheral vision. Other than that, I'm good. I like how he stayed aggressive. Cause just think about it. Paul George went 5 for 20. Reggie Jackson went 8 for 24. That
Hmm.
all these niggas, Chris Paul went 6 for 20. He started going to the line at the end of the game and nailing that bitch from there. But then uh Devin Booker ain't really had no good shooting night, but he's had 25 points. Like you said, he stayed aggressive. He didn't give
Hmm.
up. They was using
Hmm.
their pieces. Everybody was touching the ball. Like Mikal Bridges came out that corner for a change. I saw he was at the top
Man,
moving
yeah, I was
around.
waiting on him.
I'm like,
Waiting
what
on
the fuck? This shit looking good now. But
him. Right.
both of them had shooting woes. Both teams bad refereeing. It's just that the Suns wanted
Uh,
that shit more.
and hey, James, not to cut you off, man. I think you said you did choose Phoenix because you said you like the underdog. I remember listening to your live, and you
That
said I want the
I
underdog. You
said,
said I chose Phoenix, so I remember you saying that though.
listen, I'm gonna always choose the underdog, especially in this league, the way they stack the deck, because they don't have to stack the deck on Luka Doncic. You stacking the
Hmm.
deck on Spider Mitchell, John Morant. Man, them dudes need help growing and learning this game just as well as y'all do. Now, everybody can't be a John Morant or a Luka Doncic, but they need that guidance from some of you old players that stacking the deck. Because Kyrie could be with Luka or somebody like that, or James Harden. Instead of all y'all just on one team, spread that shit around. You know what I mean? Some of these players need guidance if you ain't gonna give them the coach. That's why I love what Chris Paul did. Devin Booker was missing something. Me, a leader, a veteran. Go grab
Yeah.
one of them youngsters and train them. Like the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and he would never depart from it. But you're teaching these players the wrong way. You're teaching them about analytics. That bullshit don't mean shit in the game of basketball because analytics can't play this game for you, my nigga. You got to tell me you could jack up all the threes you want. If you ain't no 3-point shooters, the fuck analytics gonna do for me? You see what I'm saying?
That's facts. I need a collection
I don't
plate
understand
around,
what
man.
they
That
doing.
motherfucker quoting scriptures, man. God damn.
Hold on, in the cussing church. Hold on, in the cussing
Yeah,
church.
man. I'm about to pull out my Bible, James.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on, hold
listen,
on. Hold on. Now look. The dollars got to go around the holiness of the pole to go
see,
from the
bro.
ceiling to the and
I want to
leave one
say
of them
train up a
bells.
player. Listen, I want to say train up a player in the way he should go, and the player will never
Yeah.
depart from it. But I don't want to play with the guard like that. So it's still the
Yeah.
same thing. Because sports is family, man. Them dudes be with
Uh,
each other 82 games a season, 16
uh,
games in the playoffs just to win a championship. Man, you
uh,
my family. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. I'm trying to win. What you need me to do? If I got to
that's
do the
real.
dirty work there, enforcer, we got 15-man roster. We might can go 12 deep if we empty the clip when we need to. But these people hold some of these young players back. Like you said, Bronson is a real flow general. Every time they played him, they was winning. He was 13, 18, 7, 8
Hmm.
assists. Solid
Hmm.
defense. He kept Luke off the ball. He kept him to be able to close those first two games. That's why they won the first two games. Because Rick Carlisle was emptying this clip, giving everybody a chance to be a part of something great. Now, somewhere in between, Luka got in his head, we up 2-1. I mean, 2-0. Shit, this is my team. He froze everybody. You could tell. That's just like Stephen A. Smith. I'm telling you, if Stephen A. Smith, I'm going to my grave with this dog. When they never said Donovan Mitchell is the best Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell could have closed that game. Because the way Donovan Mitchell played the first two games against the Clippers, they was trapping them and everything, triple teaming them. They still was doing it, but the trip part about it, he wasn't making that extra pass. He was shooting over double teams and triple teams. And then when he was making that extra pass, Joe Ingles and them wasn't putting the pressure on the defense to rotate again because they was just jacking up all those threes. I told you
Hey
that as long
James.
as you make the extra pass and drive, alley oop to Rudy Gobert. Fucking Lopez had a 28 and 10 game against Brooklyn. Them niggas is weak in the interior and they keep disrespecting you going small ball. I have Rudy Gobert the MVP of this series. I'll make you play DeMarcus Cousins. I'll make you play Zubac. I'll make you go have to dress Serge Ibaka. Come out that dashiki, bitch. We need you. They're killing us.
Hey, James, Stephen A. Smith said
Huh?
that. Stephen A.
Yeah,
Smith
Stephen A.
said that.
Smith said when Donovan Mitchell went up 2-0 on the Clippers and the way he was doing it, because remember, he exploded for 32 in that second half. He was killing their stupid ass. He finished with like
So,
36 or something. And that nigga
so he
Stephen
just
A. Smith
disrespect.
came on first take the very next morning. He's the best Utah Jazz ever. I'm like, what? Two Ralph flamed him. Ticket for so many niggas were flame. Everybody jumped on this nigga ass.
Man, that
So
nigga
many niggas jumped on this nigga ass saying that shit.
That
I was
man
copy
like,
his
oh
disrespected
my
ass.
Karl
God.
Malone. He disrespected Karl
Yeah.
Malone and John Stockton, who went to 2 finals against
Shoot,
Jordan.
Mark, man, hey, Jacob
God,
Jenner, he disrespected Mark Eaton.
Yeah, Mark
Mark
Eaton.
Eaton is
Yeah,
a
man.
legend in Utah.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Man,
Mark
yeah.
listen,
Eaton.
Lee,
Pistol Pete,
Stephen A.
nigga.
Smith, man. How you disrespect?
No, you got some people, bro, just say some shit just to get clout, just to see how the world gonna react. But sometimes them niggas be bona fide serious, like Scottie Pippen with that bullshit he be saying now, just to get a bag,
Yeah.
cause
Yeah,
you know he bad
yeah,
with money. So
what y'all think about that, James? I never got your take on that, and then Jacob Jennings, man, I definitely gotta get your take on that, man. What you think about what he said and all this other stuff that he coming out towards KD, man?
you know that's just hate and jealousy. Say you got a book coming out because you feel like a nigga shitted on you. It ain't my fault you bad with money and you jumped on a contract that you weren't supposed to sign. It all shows, man, you bad. You like I don't know if you slow or not, but I ain't gonna disrespect you to that point. But it goes to show you got a mental breakdown somewhere. Cause it showed with the migraine game, you bitching up like Luka because they draw the last player for you. Long as your team win, like you got best tennises, man. I don't know. And I like your tennis shoes, the 96 L. I'm gonna stay supporting them. I had like 100 pair of them. I'm still buying them bitches to this day. Whatever color you come out with, I'm gonna support you, my brother. But other than that, far as your game and how you trying to shit on KD, if you would have did half of the shit KD did in 94 and 95, and when you went to Houston and Portland, then I give you that. But you couldn't hold your weight either. A nigga had to put that shit in you. So Scott, just pump your brakes. I know you broke, so you in the media talking out the side of your neck, fighting all day. I call him snotty sniffing now, cause that's all the fuck he doing. Snot just going everywhere, every time he talk. Like he can't stay out the media. I ain't never know a player of his level to be in the media trying to cause dysfunction against former players, the current players, and old school players like because Jordan did the documentary. He already gave you your props. I wouldn't have did it without Scotty. But now you still taking jabs, talking about real truth coming out in Unguarded. That's the name of your book. Like it's just some bitch shit. It's all about money with Scotty. And that shit gonna bite him in the ass because they gonna turn their back on you. Because you setting out for that bag. I'm telling you.
What you think about it, Jacob? Jacob, you there? I think
Can you
Jacob
hear me?
might have.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay, there
we
you
can
is.
hear you.
Okay, Jacob, you here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I'm disappointed to be hearing what Scottie Pippen been saying, man. Like, damn,
mhm.
bro, I grew up watching you, man. I looked up to you like you know what I'm saying? Like one of those great, one of those great legend players, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch you play, win 6 championships. Even watch you when you tried to carry the team. You know what I'm saying? When Jordan retired. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I can't believe Scottie Pippen. I mean, why? I don't know. Just like I ain't mad at Scottie Pippen. I'm more disappointed in what he been saying. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really can't because I don't really be following exactly like a lot of stuff that be in the sports media. I used to watch all this stuff. And then I started realizing they talking about the same thing every day. In basketball,
Yeah.
they talk about LeBron. In football, They talk about my team.
Man, nigga, all you want them to do is talk about Mayweather. Let's just cut the bullshit,
Nah,
Jacob,
man.
man. You want
Nah, they
Mayweather to be in the news. Oh, he the best
nah,
ever.
nah,
TBE,
nah,
TNT.
nah,
You like
man.
Mayweather,
Nah,
Jake?
nah.
That nigga,
Yeah, yeah,
that
I
nigga.
like Floyd.
Hey, James,
Yeah,
no, James. Listen, Jacob, he don't like him. He
yeah, I love Floyd,
love
man.
Mayweather.
Hey, 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 look, hey, 23 world champions, look it up. 23 world champions. Ain't no other fighter did
Hey,
that in they
James,
long career. They ain't had
I'm
they
glad you
they
own
ain't
this shit now. Hey,
21,
you should have
20,
listened to the
23
live
world
yesterday.
champions. 23
Hey,
world
listen.
champions. I'm tired of cooking
I
you
was at
and
work
South.
No, no, no,
yesterday.
no,
See
no,
that
no, no,
cook.
no, no, no. Hey, hold on. Hey, James. Hey, check this out. Cause James knows boxing too. I don't think y'all realize this motherfucker James know fucking probably every fucking sport. This motherfucker even knows probably fucking swimming. So I listen. Let me ask you a question about this shit, okay? This nigga even know
Michael
tennis and
Phelps.
shit.
Michael
That nigga
Phelps.
know everything. That nigga versatile than a bitch. Listen, man. Okay, James. I'm gonna ask you
Huh?
something. Okay, you know Sugar Ray Robinson, right? The legend.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Robinson fought 200 fights, right? And his record was 173 and 19. Okay, he did not lose a fight until like his 40 fight, and then guess how long it took him before he lost his other fight. It it was like 100. He got to 128 fights, and then he lost his second fight. Mayweather only fought 50 fights, and he was 50-0. If you have a guy that has fought 200 fights, he's 107, 173 and 19, compared to a guy that has fought 50 fights. Who would you look as the more accomplished fighter?
The more accomplished fighter would be Sugar Ray Robinson because he got the resume in the fights. But this what you gotta think about too. A nigga look at Floyd different because the era that he boxed in. But if you watch, I'm gonna tell you like this: I take Sugar Ray Leonard over Floyd. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Look, y'all got to understand. Floyd, look, Floyd Mayweather fought under a legendary promoter, Bob Arum, right? Who was around way before Floyd even hit the scene.
Hmm.
I understand
See
that.
what I'm saying? Now, he fought under this man for 10 years, and Floyd was doing everything that Bob Arum asked of him. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they put in front of Floyd, first of all, Floyd wasn't picking the fights. Floyd wasn't picking the fight. Floyd was fighting whoever and whenever. If you listen to every single fight after, watch every single post fight after every fight that he had, right, in his earliest career, and they would ask Floyd who he want to fight. But if you ask somebody else, hey, uh, what about Floyd Mayweather? When the Floyd Mayweather name was ever brought up, wasn't nobody calling out Floyd like that. When Floyd was
So,
young, in his prime, and all of that, was nobody calling Floyd Mayweather out like that.
so hold up,
But
hold
he,
up. I'm gonna stop you right there, right quick, bruh.
Who? Give me a name.
I like Floyd. No, I ain't saying no. I ain't saying you right on that. I don't know, cause listen, when I've been watching boxing a long time. My dad put me on that shit. We had boxing gloves in the '80s, nigga. Real, get the gloves. We've been having boxing gloves in my grandma's yard because it was so many boys and grandkids. You fighting over there, the Atari and that Nintendo, get the glove. I call winners. I'm telling you. So this what I'm saying. I like Floyd. I like his defensive force field and all that shit. The boy barely get hit. But the prime Floyd, nigga was going in that bitch throwing with you. He don't give a fuck if he got hit because he was just that quick. But the older he got, he had to play smarter. Use the ring. You dig what I'm saying? But then this what I noticed in Floyd. Floyd went to fight half of these niggas like Sugar Shane Mosley past his prime. He wasn't fighting none of these niggas in their prime.
James,
Now I'm gonna
thank
Hold
you.
on, hold
listen,
on, hold
listen.
on, hold on.
He
I'm
was
glad.
he
Hold
was
on.
I
Oh,
told you that. No, no, no. Go
Hold
ahead. Go
on.
ahead, Nola. Go ahead,
I'm
Nola. My
glad.
bad,
I'm
James. My
glad you
bad.
said that.
My bad.
1999,
My
1999,
bad.
1999, and 2006. What did they ask Sugar Shane about fighting Floyd? What Sugar Shane say? Oh, I got to get my tooth fixed.
Oh, man, here you go.
He called. He
listen.
been. Hey, it's been whatever with Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane could have been got that
All
work.
right, hold on. I'm gonna bring up another one. I remember Kodo was like 32-0. Niggas been trying to put this fight up. But some reason that nigga could never get that fight with Floyd. See when Margarita hit him with the loaded glove, that nigga Floyd hurry up and took that match. Because he
That was
saw
way
weakness.
before Jane. Hold on,
But but but
No,
Floyd. 2008. I
Kodo
know
was
what you're
past
talking
him.
about.
Hold
Floyd
up.
wasn't
To be
fighting.
honest,
Floyd took off.
the, to,
Floyd took off.
to be
Floyd didn't come
honest,
back to
to be honest,
2009, bro.
to be honest with you, I wanted him and Kodo to go at it way before that shit happened. They was been supposed to fight. To be Floyd was handpicking his fights. That's just
Man,
how I looked at it. It wasn't
everybody and
never.
look,
It
everybody
wasn't never
and he
no.
control. That's what I told Jacob. That's what I was trying to tell you. He controlled the full narrative because that's why he was able to get those title fights that he was able to get and go ahead and retain them. And plus, they didn't have any as many belts. They didn't have the versatility of belts back then when Sugar Ray Robinson was
hey,
fighting.
thank Leonard Ellaby and Al. Look, Leonard Ellaby and Al Heyman for Floyd Mayweather's career.
No,
No,
I give him
Thank
that
Leonard,
well,
because listen,
thank
I
Leonard
think
Ellaby
listen
and Al Heyman for his career,
by them
not
two
Bob
right
Arum.
there showing Floyd how to do it though. When Floyd took on his own career, put his own career in his own hands and his own promotion. That's why you saw him doing that. This nigga wait till Wooty Woo fight Wooty Woo. Then that nigga was like, man, I'm gonna go beat this nigga. I'm gonna show you how to do it. That's how good he was. I'm not taking nothing away from him. That nigga is like Bruce Lee, teacher. That nigga study that shit, and then he'll find out where you weak at. Oh, I'm gonna beat him. Like Canelo. Canelo was flushing everything. He made Canelo drop down to his weight. He wasn't going up there.
Man,
So
all
when
these
you
and
drop
boys,
all
and
them
and,
these
and,
pounds,
boys.
and
hold
James and James, my bad. I mean cut you off. I had to throw this in there while you mentioned Canelo, and that's why I was trying to tell Jacob. Man, it wasn't Mayweather that sought Canelo. Canelo, that's why he, in my opinion, the best. He wanted to fight Mayweather. He chose Mayweather. He said, "I want to challenge myself." Everybody thought Canelo was crazy for doing it, but he took a risk. He lost, and look, he hasn't lost ever since.
now the nigga had the, you know how many pounds that nigga had to lose to fight Floyd, dude? That nigga dog, he had to drop so much weight because Floyd
Hold
wasn't
on,
going
no,
up to
no.
him.
He wasn't. Canelo. Canelo wasn't. Canelo wasn't. When he fought Floyd, he ain't move up that much.
No,
He moved
no,
up.
no,
He ain't moved up that much. He ain't moved up
no,
that much.
no.
Not in
He no,
2013.
he
That's when
moved
they fought.
down.
No,
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 okay.
no.
What I'm
Canelo had to
saying.
move down.
He had
That's
to
what I'm
move
saying. He had to
down.
lose weight to catch Floyd weight. Floyd was like trying to fight that dude at 155. Canelo
They,
was what, 160 class?
Yeah, he was at 160.
See
I
what I'm
mean,
saying? So I gotta lose weight to fight you, nigga. I'm dehydrated. I can't listen. That take a
okay.
toll
You
on you,
got
my
y'all
people.
forget.
That take a toll
But
on
y'all
you.
got
Floyd was smart with
who's the
that.
A?
And Floyd
Who's
know
the
he
A
was gonna
side?
punch himself out.
But
Floyd
who's the A
Who,
was. We
side in
know
the
that.
fight? Okay,
who
but I
what?
mean,
I
hey,
think
that
Floyd, the champ ain't the
Floyd is
champ
the A
always the
side.
A side. All right,
Well,
he got the rules
hold
then.
on. Well, hold on. Not necessarily. Well, now listen. Not necessarily because you got to understand. You got to look at something. You got to look at one thing. Who bringing the most revenue?
Yeah, Floyd.
But
So
but now, but
Who
no, but you
who's
can't
bringing the
say
most?
that. But you can't say that now, though, Jacob, because now,
Okay, has Floyd
no,
ever
no, no,
fought?
hold on. Yes, no, I got some facts to lay on you. I think James know about this, and you probably know about it too, Jacob. The next fight that they're pushing for is about to eclipse history and overdo that. The next fight that they're pushing for now is Canelo and Errol Spence. That is gonna rock, absolutely rock Dallas Stadium. I guarantee you. because that's
Oh
the
yeah, of
But
fight
hold
course,
that
up,
everybody wants
of
to
how
course.
many
see.
Errol
So
Spence
he's
is?
gonna eclipse Mayweather's record.
How many pounds Errol Spence? What he fighting at right now? 154 or
He's
160?
still at
He's at one
147.
because he about to fight
He's still at
Pacquiao. He
147.
got 145.
All right.
He's still at
Is
147.
147, Jacob?
Yeah, welterweight, 147. Yeah.
Yeah, 147. I
So
thought
that
145
mean
was
that
one.
nigga got to. You think he gonna blow up that big to fight Canelo? Or Canelo
Absolutely.
gonna
He
come
can.
down?
No, he can. No. Earl Spence Errol Spence can because that's what he walk around in. That's what I'm saying. Errol Spence, when he go into this fight, Errol Spence don't be going ain't no that man ain't no 140 something pounds. Man, that nigga be going into the fight like he rehydrate his weight and he'll rehydrate his weight to almost 170. So I know for a fact he gonna easily rehydrate to about 160 something at least. Yeah, he'll be perfect for Canelo and piece his
All
ass
right.
up too.
I like his body.
But
I like his body punches. That nigga break your ass down.
Shit,
That
because
nigga,
nigga Errol
Errol
Spence,
Spence
that
gonna eat
nigga
him
hit
up,
hard.
nigga.
because they
That nigga hit hard as a motherfucker.
here's what's going to happen, James and Jacob Jennings. This is how it's going to go. Of course, you got Errol Spence. He's getting ready to fight Pacquiao. We already know that. And then Canelo's getting ready to fight Caleb Plant. He's also going to get the see about the Aradonde fight, but Aradonde is planning on fighting Charlo. So then they said as soon as they get those fights right there, and then he gets one more, then they're gonna try to work on that. And they said they have great respect for each other, and they want that fight to go down because Errol Spence, he just got out of that accident. So he's still trying to get a couple of tune-up fights because man, let's just call it what it is. You going to go fight Canelo? He's at top of the league right now. You have to be very, very smart and a savant. You got to think about who that guy fought with. He did fight Mayweather, that'll slip, dip, and make you miss and everything. So he's a much more polished fighter than what he used to be. But Errol Spence, he has a good chance to win because, like what James says, he can break you down, with the body and everything. Now that Porter fight, it could have went either way, but
Yeah.
he got that knockdown towards the end or whatnot. But I see that
They
fight
ducking
like,
Porter though, Polo. They
huh?
ducking Porter. A lot of them niggas ducking Porter. Them
Yeah,
niggas don't want to
exactly.
see Porter.
I told Jacob
They
that.
don't want to see Sean Porter. He calling all them niggas out. Terrence Crawford, all them niggas freezing up like they played in a new Mortal Kombat. I don't want to hear that shit. I hate this era, dog.
Bob
Everybody ducking each other.
Bob
That's what
Arum.
that.
Bob
Yeah,
Arum. Bob Arum.
He
I'll
listen. I'm
put the
telling you,
blame
he
on him.
showed them niggas how to pick fights. He remind me of a Mickey ass nigga off Rocket. The reason why I was doing that because you can't win. Giving Rocket them old bullshit ass fights. So Rocky
Right.
got with the
Hey,
black people and threw his ass to the wolves. That's when he learns how to really box.
well,
Mm.
look, Bob.
He
Why you
went with
think
Apollo
Sarge?
Creed in there.
Yeah,
Why
he
you
went with
think?
Creed, and
Why
Creed
you?
got his ass right. Get the free word right, bitch. He could have been on Dancing with the Stars after Creed finished with his ass.
Hold on, James, man. Marv Albert wants to talk to you. Marv Albert, it's in the building. It's the NBA playoffs. I'm Marv Albert, and I'm going to be calling tonight's game between the LA Clippers and the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul and Devin Booker courtside, along with my man Bill Walton. I want to let you know that the NBA is fine, and that when you get the ball like Shaquille O'Neal, who's phenomenal in the paint, he can D you up and he'll smash the ball.
Kobe
That's what
Bryant.
makes the NBA great. And Kobe Bryant, sensational player. Back to Marv Albert. Well, when you get the ball in the hands of Kobe Bryant, number 24, he can score all over the court. This guy is sensational. 2 points, 3 points, whatever you want to call it. And then he passes the ball off to the great Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Shaquille O'Neal. I just want to let you know that this is NBA inside stuff. Back to you, Polo.
My bad, fellas, fell out.
Oh my God.
But I tell you, I've been
This
watching
nigga
the game
sounded
for a
just
long
like
damn time.
Nigga
Man, you need
sound
to do
just
Bill
like Shaq.
Walton.
He
Good,
just
good.
did it.
Oh, you just
That nigga did Marv Alvin, Bill Walton, and Shaq. That nigga crazy, bro.
you need to do Charles Barkley.
I can't do Chuck. Chuck hard to get.
Let me let me
Chuck,
let
Yeah,
me
Chuck.
that
tell
nigga
you.
Chuck.
Let me tell you. Kobe Bryant, 30 points. 50. Let me tell you, man. What that nigga Ari
I
Spears
can do
said? He
an
said
Avery.
Krispy Kreme donuts round got a hole. You
I
know
can
what
do an Avery.
I'm saying?
I can do an
That
Avery.
Oh
nigga,
man, I'm a
Arius
Well,
Fields
when you
be
think
killing me
about the
with that
game
Charles
of
eh,
Barkley.
basketball,
Oh yeah, that's Avery right
what
there all
man?
day.
Where did he go? Man,
I
what
can
about
tell you
Avery
guys.
though? They could have used Avery, man. A
I hope
team,
Avery come home. I want Avery to coach the Pelicans.
huh?
I know if
That'd be
Avery get a
bad.
hold
That'd
of
be
the
nice.
Pelicans,
Nah,
but
man.
with
Hey,
fuckers
James Master
Lonzo,
P. Nah,
Ingram,
P.
and Zion, shit, I take that. Bring
I,
him home,
I
man. Bring that nigga home.
I want that nigga Master P to coach him, man.
It's all good. I heard that too. Long as it's a homegrown nigga that played the game at a high level. P know how to play. Nigga be sleeping on P. P can
Right.
Yeah, P
ball,
can
dog.
hoop. P can
They
hoop.
they think it's a
P can
joke,
fucking
man.
hoop, dog. They
I remember
think
him my
niggas
freshman
bullshit
year.
down there where we from. Everybody down there where we from love everything about the sports. I don't give a fuck what it was, cause we was seasonal, nigga. We was the real gumbo. That's why we played baseball, football, basketball, ran track. Nigga, we'll play horseback riding if that bitch was down there. Cross country. We did it all, nigga. You can't tell me no nigga in my city ain't do it all coming up. Now the streets they probably got a hold some because they needed to make money at a certain part of their career. But when their mama was at work and their daddy was around, nigga, we was in the sports, nigga. Every season, whatever was popping, nigga, we was out there on that park. Cause everybody had a park by their house, and every season it was something. Football, like I said, baseball, basketball. They had tennis, they had track, nigga. They had it all. They had golf. I ain't never do the golf though. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to do it, but I ain't never tried the golf. I ain't even tried the tennis. That tennis shit hard as a motherfucker. People think that shit easy, boy. That shit hard. But
Man, that's the
I ain't
best
never trip off.
exercise.
Yeah, it's just more running and being more in condition. But then I was like,
Hmm.
man, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take time off of tennis because I already played basketball, football, baseball, run track, cross country. I'm playing in a band. And I ain't never had my body ain't never was resting. Every season I was doing something. You dig? So I just let that tennis shit go. That was my only time to break. Tennis and golf, I let that shit slide. I left that for the, you know, cornbread feed. Yeah, y'all could go have that shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with cornbread.
I love cornbread. I wanted to say
Ain't no.
something else, but I just put it in our terms. Leave that for the cornbread. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
A lot of people be sleeping on golf though, man. And golf is a really
that
it's
was
a
fun.
challenge. It's a challenging sport. Tiger Woods took it so serious and it was so dedicated to it. He hired a Navy SEAL in order to
Man, look
prepare.
at Arthur Ashe, man. Arthur Ashe was black ruling tennis. Like I'm saying, we black people could do whatever.
That's
Like
facts.
I said, it's just that every season I was already doing something. So my body never rests. Then I had a summer job. Been working since I was 13. My mama got me a summer job. She was like, you just ain't gonna be running around this motherfucker running with these niggas. You know what they doing. So she got I was in the shit. That's how I went to jail at 15. I was always in the shit. Mom at work, daddy driving the cab, grandpa at work, grandma at work. Ain't nobody watching us, nigga. We outside with the big dogs, stomping, fighting every day, pitching rocks, doing dumb shit. So that's why we went to the football, basketball, baseball, to get around them niggas, to get around that environment. And I used to like it. The first time I suited up in football and park ball, nigga ran over me. I'm talking about nigga ran over me clean. I'm talking about, you know how you lay on your back, they lay on their back, coach blow the whistle, you get up and hit. Man, nigga, I'm talking about nigga truck the fuck out of me. After that day there, coach called me shit water. I'm like, oh man. He said, man, well, you gonna even try? Nigga, I sat on the sideline, damn near cried. I was at the I was playing for the 95, nigga. They had 95, 110, and the 130. Now I was on a 95, nigga. But I looked like I belong on a 110.
What was
Nigga,
your 40
fucking my
time,
stupid
James?
ass. I ran a 4.5.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't that fast. I just was smooth. If I get in front of your ass, you ain't catching me though. I tell you that.
But you know some niggas they think, oh, 4.5 ain't nothing. Nigga, 4.5 is a decent speed. You know, some everybody want to see like a
Back
four
then it was
four, four
fast
three.
though.
It's a
Listen,
decent
back
speed,
then it
but it
was
ain't that. It
fast.
ain't. It's kind of. It's average. None of these receivers is
No,
running under 4.
listen to this. Back then in our age in the 90s,
Excuse
that
me.
was the average speed. Four four
What
four
It
did you
five.
was.
run,
You ran a
Jacob?
4.445,
Huh?
you was fast. Other than
What you
that,
run?
now you got niggas
Oh,
running a 4.243.
slow as
See the
hell.
difference? You see the difference I'm saying? Back then, every era changed. So I ain't saying they're not getting faster and stronger because they is. You can see it. Back then, Daryl Smith, Deion Sanders was probably the only niggas running a 4.3, probably 4.2. Everybody else,
Yep.
the average speed was a 4.4 to a 4.5. Point blank,
Right.
period. Anybody that was running under a 4.4 was considered a Deion Sanders type player. How many of you saw around that bitch like that? None of them. We back. Randy Moss wasn't fast. He just was tall and had stride. We was taught how to run with stride in the South. If you got stride, a nigga burn the shit out you. I don't give a fuck how fast you is.
I think
Nigga,
Mouse
if a
has
nigga
some
striding
speed.
like a horse, if a
Yeah.
nigga running like a horse and he just striding with that bitch, he pacing himself. Now he can go fast, he can still pick his speed. Like, and then if he really want to turn that bitch on, that's how I learned how to run track. Cause I'm gonna tell you,
I
first
think
year I
Randy
ran
Moss
track.
has some speed, James.
No, I'm not saying that, but it was more of a stride. Like, put it this way. I'm gonna show you when they used to play the Cowboys. He said he regretted the Cowboys passing him because he wanted to play with him. But Jerry Jones regret that shit to this day. I bet you he do. So the first game, that
Oh,
nigga had 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, like 100 and damn near 70-something yards, damn near 200 yards on 3 catches. I'm like, how the fuck this nigga did it? So he already 6'4", 6'5". The nigga so tall, he don't really have to use his speed, even though he run a 4.3, 4.4. That nigga don't have to
yeah.
use his speed because he
Yeah.
running with stride. Randy
Right.
Moss
Right.
don't be running, boy. If this
Yeah.
nigga
He
was
don't
to
really
ever
be.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
really
You right.
kick in that gear, that nigga be striding on them niggas. I
Yeah, that
been
nigga be
noticed that shit.
gliding.
Like a boat.
That
Like a
nigga just
boat.
be
Like a
gliding.
Usain
That nigga
boat.
almost be running, dog. Cause
Like
that
it's
Like a
like
nigga
that
to ever
nigga
Usain
look,
Vince.
boat.
look at
It's
T.O.
hey
You
James
could
and
tell
Jacob. It's like that
T.O.
nigga
come
Vince
out
Young.
hustling.
Yep.
Yeah, T.O. come out hustling. You know, you could tell T.O. gonna hit you with that speed out the gate. Then he gonna use that
Yeah.
power. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna stride at all. He come out the gate just busting. Randy Moss, he's so tall, he's so silky with it. His
Hmm.
stride is just to kill you. His stride, I,
To
I love,
To in good
I like
shape
T.O.,
still.
but listen,
Yep.
T.O. still in good
Excellent
shape.
shape.
You seen that racetrack with
Excellent
him
shape.
and Tyree and Chad?
Hmm.
Nigga
Yeah,
gave them
and
boys a 10 yard push.
Julio Jones. He
That
be
nigga get
working out with
Tyreek
them
Hill
guys.
gave that nigga a 10 yard cushion and told and told T.O. he gonna suck him up. That nigga
Hmm.
T.O. beat that nigga.
Yeah. T.O. still
Man,
got it. T.O. still got it.
That nigga,
That's my quarterback.
dog, you see how cocky that nigga is? That nigga big as a motherfucker, dog. Like, that nigga still can play receiver, dog.
My motherfucking quarterback, nigga.
It's some fucked
hey,
up shit, dog.
I ain't gonna
And
lie
they
though. I'm kind of
blackballed
ready. I'm
him.
kind of ready for some football though. I can't even front, man.
I can't wait,
Hey
because this
man.
fucking
Hey,
basketball killing me. At least I
hey
know if a
man.
nigga
Hey,
fucking up in football, you can have $100 million out of contract. They gonna cut your ass.
What
I
you
got the
said,
ice
Jacob?
chest ready, y'all. I got the ice chest ready. Shit. What's
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
Shit.
Better have the ice chest ready because Dak, man, he ready to redeem himself, man. How y'all think
That's
he
it.
gonna come back, man? I know Jacob think he gonna come
I,
back good.
I don't know, man. I
I
still
think,
putting a question mark on this nigga.
oh, Jacob, you like that though?
I like him, but he still ain't proved me nothing. He just,
Nah,
he
man, he
still
showed you more
he
than
like
Romo.
now look that and Luca on the same
No, they not.
category.
No, they
Yeah,
not.
they
No,
is.
they not,
Yes, they
man.
are. Yes, they
Man,
Dak,
Dak
are.
got
They
Dak,
go
outworked.
Dak,
they
Dak.
like
Man,
Hold
you
Luca
on,
more.
hold on, hold on,
Dak,
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Dak and Luca
Dak
is
got
on the
out the
same.
Dak
first
It's on
round,
the
Dak
man.
same
did not
category.
throw that. The year before last, Dak did not throw a single turnover up until they played the New Orleans Saints. You do know that, a single interception. So, and his QB rating is always in the top five. So
Thank you, man. Listen,
how is he not doing
and
a
he got
great
out the
job?
top. He got out the
Man,
first round too, nigga.
no, no,
Luca can't
Come
get
on,
out the
Jacob, you
first
got to
round.
give him more credit than
yeah, he
that.
did. Okay, my bad. Damn, Dak. But still, nigga, I ain't impressed yet. I ain't impressed
Man, he
yet.
just
NFC
had a
Championship.
man. He's lucky to be walking again. Did you see that fucking injury, man?
Yeah, I seen it.
Man, that shit
But
looking nasty, dog.
NFC Championship, NFC Championship, Super Bowl. I'm going on an all-out rant, nigga. I'm gonna go live, and I don't care who coming on. I'm flaming them. I'm flaming them. I'm tired of this. Listen, I've been watching the Cowboys for a long damn time. I ain't trying to
uh,
hear it.
Me too. Me too. I'm with you, Jacob. I'm tired. You should have never fired Jimmy Johnson. Jerry Jones need to retire, dog. It's him.
Hey,
That's who it
I
is.
ain't
It's
trying
so
to be
much
funny.
pressure. It's so much pressure trying to win under that man because he always won't be. He the only one be on the sideline. He the only one be in niggas' business. Like you the GM, you the owner. Hire a real GM to do the job, man. You won't take
The
all the
white did
credit. You winning the
it.
trophies.
The white did it. He's the
Yeah,
white did it. All up in
yeah,
the videos, like Suge Knight
he
say.
want to be P Diddy so bad. He want all the credit, man. Come on, you the credit for being the owner. Be a Robert Kraft sometime, a Rooney from Pittsburgh. Sit your ass down, man, and enjoy it. Reap the benefits. This nigga here won't be everything. So when they fuck up, he down there. He booting them up. He looking for. They always showing it from the press box when Dallas do something wrong. I don't like that shit.
Yeah,
Like that's too much pressure on these players, man. Cause they
that
know their
nigga
job is
is
at stake.
star. Yeah,
They could lose their job, man. And this ain't the NBA, dog, where you can have the Raymond hanging around fucking up like this. Boy, your job is at jeopardy, nigga. You'll be gone in the morning. I don't give a fuck if you just
he
signed.
call that
You
nigga
see
the
how they
right.
just gave Jalen Smith all that money and that nigga was on the trade block already?
Oh, you
He
better
ain't produced
get your
since he
ass
got
on
that
you
money.
stupid ass car.
No, the nigga
My
since
bad, yo.
Jalen Smith got that money, he ain't been fucking producing. That nigga was on the trade block. Now they gave him his college number 9. Let's see what he do. Let's see what he do. He said that it was the number. That's why they gave him 54. It still equal 9. But that nigga want his college number. So I don't know. They gave him Romo now. Romo, that's a jank ass number in Dallas. I don't trust that number 9. They should just throw that bitch away.
Hey, Romo. Hey, look. All I got to say is this: Romo went hard in his last, in his last year as a Cowboy. Romo threw the pass. Romo fought through adversity, and he fought. He played hurt. Matter of fact, Romo was hurt, if I recall, and Romo still played. And guess what? He threw that pass to Dez, and that was that. Romo, man, Romo a
Hey,
G.
listen, that was a catch though, Jacob.
Yeah, that was a cat. I'm just saying that can't blame Romo
They
for
been
the
robbing us
Falcons,
though. I ain't
for,
gonna lie. They
you know,
robbed us like 3
for losing.
times.
Yeah,
They robbed us like 3 times, bro, since 95. Since our last championship in 95, I done seen the bitches rob us like 3 times in 25 years. So I
yeah,
ain't really tripping off of that. So, like I
yeah.
said, it's always I know it's Jerry Jones. Like
Hey, look,
Since Steven Jones, the son took control,
I
they've
met
been
them.
making good
I met
draft
them
picks,
before.
draft selections, and all
Yeah,
kind of shit.
I met them, James. I met Stephen Jones personally. So I told him like it was. Told him, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I told him, hey, man, I've been watching the game. I've been watching the team for a whole lot of years, and this, and that. Trying to keep it short and simple. And shoot, told him the truth. Like, yeah. We know we working on that. We trying to get, man, motherfuckers don't give. Man, all they care about is me and you buying another damn shirt, another hat, and a jersey. That's all they care about.
Yeah. I remember 2 years ago, we was in the playoffs. We was playing Green Bay. No, the matter of fact, that wasn't even much 2 years ago. That
Green
was
Bay
4 years
was
ago.
oh yeah,
That was 2006. Yeah, 4 years ago,
yeah,
2016. We was the number
yeah,
one seed.
2016.
That's when Dagner was a rookie. Let me tell you something. Dak
Yeah,
from Louisiana. You did. I already know him like a G. He ain't no hoe. If you watch his high school highlights, you watch
yeah,
him at Mississippi State, the boy can ball. And a nigga can run
yeah,
that bitch. Where I was fucking mad at, every time we put the read option in and gave him a chance to run it or pass it, that's where he was more effective at. When you make him a drop back passer, Dak more like a 1-2 read guy. Now he done got better
yeah.
since he came in. You know what I mean? He had a couple of years and his injury gonna push him back. But Dak, dog, if you see his vision, you see how he throw that bitch. Dog, look how many touchdowns they called back when he was hitting Randall Cobbs up that seam last year. The year before last, I mean. That was 2008, 19, 18. Dog, that nigga
Yeah.
was zipping that bitch. We left about 1,000 yards right there. Cause every time he threw that bitch up that seam off that read option, fake feed that bitch and ride Zeke and come up and zip that bitch down that seam. Why you think we beat the fucking Giants? Doing that same shit that the Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin had a career game, 3 touchdowns. Free option, that shit easy. Now when that end collapsed, that ground that end gone. He big enough, he could protect himself. Just so happened that just was a fucking freak injury. Dak's supposed to be just like Lamar Jackson, but he got a better arm than Lamar Jackson. I ain't saying he got the speed Lamar Jackson have, but that same offense Lamar Jackson is running, what I'm saying, Dak need to be in that type of system because he's that type of dual threat. You got to give him more options to play with so he could be more effective. The more you give him, the more damage he'll do a defense. Believe that. That nigga cold, dog. I ain't gonna lie, dog. That nigga. And now you got CD Lamb. Look how CD Lamb, dog. That nigga had 3,000 yard receivers, and all them niggas ain't must play all the games last year. If Dak when the got hurt, them niggas was on pace for 3,000 yard receivers.
Hey James, remind me. I gotta get your a wrench, man. I gotta wrench you up, man.
All right, it's all cool, baby. Dog, that shit real though, bro. Like I say, football. I know they mad at the Kaepernick shit. You know what I mean? But that dude ain't much tripping no more off of that shit. I want him with a job. I don't like him playing with him with the tryouts and not giving the man a shot because I think he can still give more because the league has evolved in those type quarterbacks. You still got Kyler Murray. You know, you got mobile quarterbacks still in the league. I think Kaepernick could come in and help a team out. You know what I mean? So put him with the right team, right system, right scheme, I think he can still do something. You got to 50. Once you draft some of these players, you got to know what you drafting, man. You just can't come out here and try to change this dude all of a sudden and put him in the system that you know ain't gonna work because it's gonna take time for him to develop to change his style to that quarterback to fit that system. You ain't got
Hey man,
time to
Baker.
do that shit in the NFL.
What you think about Baker Mayfield, James? I ain't gonna lie, he
Hey, I
came down
like
here
him.
and cooked us, dog. He cooked us
Look,
last year,
listen,
dog.
I like his swag. We could have won that game. That's a game we lost. It was a shootout. Defense sold us out. Defense wasn't like it was in 2018. Because if we had that same defense return in 2018, you got to understand Van Der Esch went out. He the heart of that defense. It ain't Jalen Smith. When the Wolf Hunter out there, everything is different. I'm
Hey
telling
man,
you, dog. Right now,
you know who we
right now,
playing?
we
You
we,
know who we playing
we, we
season
we
opener,
just
right?
banged up. Who?
You know who we
Tampa
playing
Bay?
season opener, right? We playing we
We
playing
playing
the
Tampa
we
Bay?
playing the GOAT. We playing the GOAT.
Tampa Bay,
Tom
right?
Brady. Yeah.
I ain't
Tom
worried
Brady.
about them. I ain't worried about
Sure,
them.
I am. I am.
I'm gonna tell
Guess
you why I
what?
ain't
You know
worried
what?
about them.
Sure, I am. Cause guess what? We gotta play them niggas in the playoffs.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I ain't worried about them though.
Yeah, I am.
Because they I'm gonna tell you why, dog. We young on defense. They young on defense. It's gonna be a defensive game if our defense show up. I think our defense could get back to where they was. But Jerry McCoy injury hurt us. Uh
Yeah.
Randy Gregory coming back, they hurt us. Van Der Esch
Yeah.
missing 11 to 12 games, 14 games hurt us. So
Mm-hmm.
when you look at that shit from a totality, you got Sean Lee out there, but he not really up to par. But you ain't giving him, even when he played that game when he did cover up for Van Der Esch, You could tell he was old. He started running out of gas. The first two games was solid. Then after that, the Redskins beat us. Then when we played the Redskins again, they did the
Thank
same
you.
fucking thing. Ran clean up the fucking middle. Because that's where we was weak at, because that's where all our injuries was. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So at the end of the day, if we can stay healthy, I think we can be a better defensive team. With the offense that we
Yeah.
got, our offense still top one, top two, top three. You know what I mean? We could
Uh-huh.
get Zeke back a little to that 12, 1300 mark instead of that 1,000. You know what I mean? But if we
Uh-huh.
could get Zeke back up to par to that 1300, Zach get a little more read option going. Dog, we could have
Yeah.
3,000 yard
Thank
receivers,
you.
a 4,000 yard fucking passer, and a 1,300 yard running back. And that's a bit that could be some good things for us, dog. Because it's really an
Right.
offensive league. You see what the KC doing. Like everything is really
Yeah.
offensive firepower. So we got that.
Hey.
We just need our
Yeah.
defense just to lock up a little bit.
Right.
It's all about offense
Well,
now.
hey.
It ain't about no defense.
Hey, look. Kelmore, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have to hold Kelly Moore. Kelly Moore, hey man, you can't be holding back. Kelly Moore holding
I don't
back
like
on the
him.
play caller. I feel
I
like
don't
he
like
gonna
him.
be the reason why if we don't be explosive as we should, and it's gonna make Dak look what it is. It's gonna make Dak look bad because it's gonna make it
I,
look like he ain't doing nothing. But I'm like, hell, shoot, he ain't calling the play. Dak ain't calling his own plays. We know Dak ain't calling his plays, James. We can at least say that.
I'm
No, but
I'm gonna
see,
cut in
I
for
would
just hold on.
go ahead,
Let me
go
say
ahead.
this. No, I wanted to get your perspective on this, especially James, because you're a Saints you're a Saints fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Look,
know,
and
I mess with my
Jacob,
home team.
yeah. Okay, look, man, I wanted to ask y'all now. Y'all got Pete Werner, that linebacker, and y'all got from Ohio State, and then y'all got Paulson Beto from Stanford, who's a cornerback. Then y'all got that quarterback from Notre Dame, and then y'all got Kawan Baker, who I think is a sleeper too from Alabama. But the one person that I think that nobody is looking at is that guy from H Town, Peyton Turner. Out of all those picks that y'all got in the draft, James, and then you could chime on this too, Jacob Jennings. I mean, who you think that's gonna make that big difference? I see it as Peyton Turner, that DN from H Town.
Hey, listen, word on the street that we was trying to shop Cam Jordan around. That's why we really picked him. But then if he stick out like a sore thumb, that could be a diamond in the rough, because I ain't nothing really wrong with the defense. We just ain't have enough depth. And a lot of our defensive linemen went down. And that left Cam Jordan on the island for them to double and triple team him. That's why he wasn't effective down the stretch. So with that being said, I think he could be the shining bright light of that. But I'm looking at that cornerback from Stanford, because we was thin in the secondary too after Lattimore got hurt. Lattimore was banged up all last season. You know what I mean? Then by him getting into trouble,
Hmm.
he just went to jail or something. I don't know how they gonna do that shit, whether he gonna be suspended, some stipulation gonna come down with that. So we all them draft picks that I see, they can really help us, but I want to see what kind of scheme they gonna use. You know what I mean? I think the defensive coordinator do a good job of putting us in great schemes when we healthy, and that's why we always been in the top 3, 4 in offense. You know, defense always gets deep into the playoffs one game before the NFC Championship game, unless we get robbed. We gonna get to the NFC Championship game every year if we healthy, as y'all can see. But it's just getting over that hump and staying healthy for us. I like our pieces. What we really need is a speedster at receiver. I'm glad we got Malcolm Jenkins back, the quarterback of the safety, so we could put these other players no more mix us by Marcus Williams with that big debacle against Minnesota. As you can see, he led our team in interceptions last year too. Again, like 2 years in a row. So that little thing ain't bothered him missing that tackle. I know it was hard. I know he cost our team a big shot of going to the Super Bowl. But we're in good position. Only thing, my biggest concern, how we gonna play the quarterback position? Because I like Ian Brooks. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. The reason why I like Ian Brooks, because I
Hmm.
watched him real closely at Notre Dame. He's
Right,
a
right.
threat. When I say a threat, He can get outside. He can throw it on the run. I ain't saying he accurate. He ain't no Marino or no Elwell, no Troy Aikman accuracy. But I'm saying he can make some things happen. He can challenge Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill for that quarterback position. And I'd rather go with him anyway because by him being younger, you'll give him time to grow with that offense. So by the time the second half of the season come, he should be able to grasp that book a little bit. Sean Payton ain't gonna hit him with everything because you know he's still gonna use a little gadget play with Taysom Hill, gonna use a little flea flicker like he did in the playoffs. Well, with Jameis Winston, because he probably could throw still with the arm farther than either one of them. But I like Ian Booker and his upside. Just throw him to the wolves and let him learn. This is still a growing process for us. Our defense could keep us in some of these games. We still got Alvin Kamara. We still got Michael Thomas. We still got great tight ends that can use the mediocre in the middle of the field. So I like where we going with the draft picks. I ain't think they was gonna get Ian Brooks because I thought they was gonna go with Jameis Winston. But see, when they drafted Ian Brooks, I know that that's just to keep pressure on Jameis Winston because
Well,
Ian Brooks will take that nigga job.
well, I think that's a good point that you brought up, James, and I'm gonna let you cut in on because I got a question for Jacob Jennings, but I think Jameis Winston, man, if he don't get it right, this year, then I mean, he pretty much, man, he's already peaked. They give you a couple years to either get it right. He's have chance after chance. Now, I felt like the best pick the Cowboys got, just in my opinion, Jacob Jennings, man. Already know what the elephant in the room is. And the elephant in the room is that situation, the linebacker situation. They got Parsons and Bander Ish. If he can't stay healthy, they giving him one more shot, man. If he don't stay healthy, Parsons is gonna be that guy on the depth chart. What you think is gonna happen with that situation with Parsons being that middle linebacker, man?
I think Paxton is a better pass rusher. Banderas, to me, he just ain't showed me nothing. No offense. He big, but I just he ain't really showed me nothing. He ain't no Urlacher or nothing like that. So I mean, I just don't see. I'm just right now looking at Banderas right now. He's
Appreciate
unproven. He says unproven because of his health. His health is derailing his career. And when it's like that, man, it's really hard to kind of really speak on him because I think he made some plays, but Vander, like ain't too many I'm sorry, excuse me, ain't too many linebackers that are really good in coverage. You know what I'm saying? And
it.
I just think that unless he's playing a healthy career, a healthy season, able to endure, some of the injuries, like the neck injuries and stuff like that. You can't really play through that, man. That's you talking about life threatening, man. He's just a nerve away, a pinch away. He'll be a Shark Lavelle away from being carted off the field, playing with certain type of
Right.
injuries like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't y'all try me because I'm worth $1 million.
Right. Well, no, I mean y'all did, and James, you're welcome to chime in on this too, man. But y'all did get Parsons, but another one, another sleeper that I think don't nobody was that didn't nobody was looking at was because y'all did need help on your secondary.
Secondary. Yeah.
Uh, y'all got
Calvin
Kelvin
Joseph.
Joseph. Y'all got Kelvin
Yeah.
Joseph from
LSU,
Kentucky,
baby. He
Yeah.
went to
SEC.
LSU too.
Yeah, SEC. Yeah, he Kentucky. He was at 44th. Man, y'all need help on that secondary, and I think he gonna do that, man.
That's okay. I'm gonna be
I
coaching
know.
the secondary. Y'all watch a game with me. Y'all gonna see me coaching. I'm be going all out. God damn it.
Listen, we,
You know what I'm
we we
saying?
got them two D tackles too though. We got the D tackle from UCLA. I like him,
Right.
and we got the other D tackle. We just signed a
Hey,
we just signed a 6'4" receiver, a 6'5" receiver in the free agency.
Yeah.
yeah.
Look, we working,
And
man. We
y'all got
working.
that
I
receiver
just
from
want
Alabama.
everybody to stay
Y'all got
healthy.
Kawan Baker, in New Orleans.
Yeah, listen, like Jacob said, long as we can stay healthy. Vanderbilt with
Yeah,
that
that's a
neck
big key.
injury. That's a big. That's why
Banderas
we
ain't
got
showed me
Parsons.
nothing. He ain't showed me nothing,
When he
man.
healthy, he do. Listen, when he healthy, he show you a
He
lot,
still
bro.
ain't
I ain't
showed.
Who
gonna lie.
He still ain't
who ain't
showed me
showing you
nothing.
nothing, Jacob?
Vanderant,
Who?
healthy. You
Man, he
still ain't
saying
showed me
Van
nothing.
Der Esch.
Man, no, when he no
Vanderant
no,
ain't
and I
showed me
gotta
nothing.
disagree with you on that, Jacob. That's what I meant to tell you.
Disagree.
When he was
I'm
his
telling the
problem is
truth.
healthy. Hey,
That's what I'm
his
saying,
problem is
Polo.
health.
That's what I'm
God
saying,
damn,
But
Polo.
when
When
man.
that nigga
if you
healthy,
can't,
that nigga's a
eh,
madman.
yeah, the best
Thicker than a
ability
motherfucker.
is availability and reliability. You gotta be able to rely on him to be
Yeah,
healthy.
yeah,
He's good. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Vandy Ish got talent, but Parsons coming in, Parsons was a steal. Jacob, you got to be excited about this shit.
No,
That
no, no.
dude used to
Listen,
play
what I'm
safety
saying.
though. He really a
Look,
safety. But
this
that
one,
nigga
well,
just
this
big
one.
enough to play the weak side linebacker and roam around as a rover. That's all
Oh,
he doing is
I
roaming
didn't know
around
that.
as a rover.
I didn't know that.
That nigga should be at safety, but that nigga big and he could play in that box and like he got that size to but be that rover back. Say like West Virginia play that 3-5, that well what they'll play that 3-2-5. They'll play
Uh huh.
3-2-5. You
Right.
dig what I'm saying? I think
Hmm.
no, hold up. No, they go 3-3. What the defense they play? They play
You
like
talking about
What?
seven
West? You talking about
DBs.
West? You talking about the Mountaineers?
Yeah, they used to
What?
play this defense like damn near seven DBs. They had three down linemen, and they
Uh
used to
huh.
have like one linebacker. But they're the
That's
seven
probably
DBs,
dime.
two of
That's
them,
a dime. That's
two
dime defense.
no, no,
Uh
no,
It's either nickel
no,
or
but what
dime.
they but hold up, you know, in the nickel or the dime, you could make it look like a 3-3. You
That's
could walk the two safeties down and have them as the rover backs to help the middle linebacker. So it's like three down linemen. You're gonna see three linebackers, but you're gonna see the rest of them DBs. You're gonna see
don't you
five
got two
DBs.
slot
That's how
corners?
it go. It's
Don't you got don't you got two slot corners
yeah. Listen,
when you running that?
when you have five DBs, you can have two high
Mm-hmm.
safeties, and you can walk
Mm-hmm.
your two slot corners down, or you can use your two rover backs to help that linebacker to play the slot because they like safeties anyway. See what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna pull it up on my thing when I get home. Say, dog,
All
it's
right.
called a 3-3-5. Dog, this
Yeah,
shit
three.
was so
Yeah.
sweet. It's still in the nickel and the dime. You know when you play man and you move over, you got different formations in the nickel and the
Mm-hmm.
dime. You're gonna see a
Hey,
formation with three
Right.
down
yeah.
linemen, three linebackers, five DBs. That's the it's called a 3-3-5. Dog, this bitch is so cold because now you got help for us. Because even though you don't have linebackers out there, if you going against the pass, Paulson could come down and play the linebacker position and help you stop the run because that nigga is a hyena. Bro, when Penn State, watch how Penn State used that nigga. And look at all the intercepts he was getting from that linebacker position. Because he'll come down on that weak side or he'll get on that strong side, whatever he think side the play going to. That nigga fake like he gonna rush. And then that nigga float back into the passing lane and be picking that shit. I'm like, man, this nigga plays safety. So when they broke down his position and said what he used to do coming from high school and when he first came to Penn State, man, that nigga used to play safety, man. He just moved into the box. This nigga just got versatility. You can move him all around. You need it. That's like finding a diamond in the rough, bro. So I believe you, Polo. I watched him at Penn State because I'm a Michigan man. I'm a Ben 10 fan too. I root for my Tigers, but I'm an all-around nigga. I just like great teams that play the style that I like. Michigan is a running team. LSU is a running team. But now we done come with that passing shit with Joe Burrows, Chase Young. I mean Chase, Jamal Chase, and Jefferson and all them. But let's see how we continue. The pandemic bust us up too. But man, listen, football is my life, dog. I'd rather do that than basketball. I ain't gonna lie.
Question.
Hey, can y'all
What's up?
boys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I hear you.
Can y'all
Hold
hear
on,
me?
somebody in who in the
Oh,
chat? Who in the
oh,
somebody in the oh Science
okay.
Political backstage.
Yeah, I know that.
Sam
I got
backstage.
Jerry McCoy gonna be a key if he can stay healthy for us in that middle though. We gonna be good with Carson. They gonna use Jerry Smith to do an edge rush because they putting him back at his known position, being an edge rusher. So you got Carson,
Mm.
you got Jerry Smith rushing the edges with DeMarcus Cousin. I mean with DeMarcus well. I mean, the Marcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory on the other end, man, that's gonna be a
That
deadly
nigga right there need to
combination,
step
dog.
up. That nigga right there need to step
Who?
up. If he don't step up, I'm roasting his ass too.
Who you talking about? Randy Gregory?
Nope. DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't like him. Since he got that money, he
After
ain't
that
shit.
nigga got that contract, yeah,
Yeah, he ain't been
we on the
shit.
same page.
I don't like that. That's the only thing I don't like about football. But what you don't understand, what I love about football, them niggas will trade your ass this next week.
Shit, hell yeah. Get a body of that
They'll
big old
trade your ass.
sandwich.
Oh, you
Come
know,
on, baby.
I
Come
gave you
on,
that
boy.
money. You don't want to do nothing. Put him on a trade block. Let somebody else take that
Mm,
load. That's what I'm saying. The NBA gonna pay you that shit, knowing you shit water. Not the NFL. They gonna
mm-hmm,
trade your ass, boy. They let the girl on the
mm-hmm,
trade block in the morning. Who want this nigga
mm.
from over here? Y'all gonna have that 120. I done
Hey,
ate the first
Polo,
3 years. Y'all gonna have the last two.
stop trying to get in.
Anybody that eat the first 2 years or the first 3 years, I take the last two.
Right?
Cause he got upside, dog. But that's why I hate when niggas get that money, dog. When niggas get that money, it be over, Jacob. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but that nigga.
Zeke got his money, nigga can't get 1,200 yards. Jalen Smith got his
Mm,
money, he can't get 90 tackles. DeMarcus Lawrence got his money, he can't get 10 sacks. Like,
niggas
I
be
wouldn't pay
walking.
them niggas till their contract over. Now, if you want to go get your money, you want to go to free agents, think you can get it somewhere else, go ahead. Next man up. Because I
Jimmy
like
Johnson
Tony
went and played
Pollard.
that
Me, Tony
bullshit.
Pollard way quick. Yeah, Tony
Mm-hmm.
Pollard way silker than Zeke. That nigga
Yeah,
quick
man.
too.
Under
Okay,
that
The
Memphis
my
boy.
nigga,
bad,
that
y'all,
nigga
man.
be looking better than Zeke.
Hey,
I had to get my stuff right. Yeah, I got him, Jacob. Hey, just bear with me, man. I had to get my stuff right.
okay.
Just hold on. Give me one second. Hey, South Political, man. Yeah, we know. I know he was the middle, the Mike. I knew he was the middle linebacker. That's who I was talking about. And also, what's it called? Annie K, salute to you. And Blackface Sports, salute
Blue
to you.
Queen.
Y'all, hey, y'all be sure to subscribe to not only Nola Boy Sports. Be sure to subscribe to his page, but also subscribe to Blackface Sports, man. TJ, man, he definitely
Salute
LDBC all day.
TJ.
Salute TJ.
Yeah,
He
Salute,
salute
wants to know.
TJ.
salute,
I'm
He
on
salute
that
want to.
AK.
boy.
Yeah, TJ want to know how y'all feel about the Colts. He said I got a video about to drop in them in a little bit about Carson Wentz. How y'all feel about the Colts?
I think
Mm.
it's time for a new scene. And he got weapons over there, so he don't have no excuse. He got a solid defense. So let's see if
Yep.
he can live up to that number two pick. Now, I don't know what the dysfunction was at Philly, because if you wouldn't have got injured with that leg injury, you was on the MVP form caliber season. Not saying you was gonna win it, but you was up there in the rankings for it. You was getting deep in the playoff, and Nick Foles still brought that team to the championship. So when you came back the next year, I don't know where the problem come in at. Maybe you got the big head trying to do too much because Nick Foles is on your ass, and you know if you go down again, there's a possibility that you will become a journeyman in the league. But now the coach giving you a nice situation. The year that you had your best year was under Frank Wright. That can change your system back around as far as your career. So I hope things goes well for him. He in the right situation. Now let's see if he can live up to that number two pick like they picked him. I wouldn't have gave up all the shit for him. Me not coming from no North Dakota. You act like that's a SEC or ACC quarterback. This nigga wasn't playing nobody to be no number two draft pick. Now, like I say, I ain't saying he don't have the skills of the arm talent, but now you in a situation where, you know, Frank Wright gonna hold you accountable. I seen Frank Wright come back 35-3 and help the Buffalo Bills win. Now it's your turn.
That's right. Hey, Jacob, and then after Jacob, go ahead, South Political. And I'm gonna ask you about the Dallas Mavericks situation. Then you could touch on football too, because I know you like football. Go ahead, Jacob.
I mean, Colts basically, um, they got to go back to running the football too, man. I
Man,
mean,
damn, you making me
uh,
motherfucking hungry, man. What you eating, nigga?
I'll tell that nigga
shit,
say,
they
come back. I'm about to go order me
yeah,
something right now, and I'm sitting
Hell
in front of
yeah,
two
no,
restaurants.
no,
shit, a
Jacob, come
black
on,
man,
man.
a black man sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Shit, got cheese on and
All right, bum
everything.
man.
God damn, boy, boy. I tell you what, son, why don't you come on down here, boy, so you can learn how to be a Texas all over again.
I came in
Bring
here to
some of
get.
that. Bring some of that Georgia.
I
Bring some of
came.
that Georgia barbecue sauce.
Yeah, man, I'm disappointed in him, man. Yeah, he done forgot his roots, man. Come on back home, man. You know.
Come on back home, man. It's okay, man. It's big enough room. Hey, ain't
I
gonna
just
lie,
got
man. They
Yeah.
building a house next door to me. Come on over here.
I just got business to take care of. I'm gonna be in. Me and my business partner got to go down today because we got some shit to take care of.
Hey, man, what kind of
Okay.
business y'all
But this
taking care
nigga
of, man?
came.
You know what I'm saying? We keep our mouth shut.
Hey, I came in here to come in with the cowboy talk as soon as
Man, please, you better loosen up. Don't be coming up in here with that tightness shit. You know how
Hold
we
on,
get
hold
down,
on,
nigga.
nigga. Hold on, hold on.
change the subject as soon as I came in here, but it's cool.
Nah, he
Hey,
came up
hey,
in here. He heard, hey, James, that nigga heard Cowboys. Now he want to chime in. He
Come
think
on, you know,
Romo is the best
Hey,
quarterback ever.
I want to talk to my
hey,
hey,
cowboy.
that's
South
my
Central,
point.
move some
Let
ass
him
and
get his
box.
shit out. I want to hear what he got to say. That's my
All right,
Go
go
point.
ahead,
ahead. My
Sal.
bad.
I used to fuck with Romo because I'm from the ninth ward, but he sold
These,
us out. Fumble snap,
these,
crucial interceptions. He had some bright days, but 2 playoff wins in how many years? They ain't gonna cut it for me. Dak done
nah,
been to 2 playoffs and got that already. So I'm just saying. Go ahead.
these niggas pumping words in people's mouth, man. When you a cowboy fan, you support
Uh-huh.
your players, but they just like
Well, it's not. Well, I wouldn't be too proud of that. When's the last time you won a championship? No, go ahead, Sal. You got it.
come on,
95,
man.
man. I ain't hanging my head on that, man.
Yeah, man. I think some of my cousins was born in '95. But anyways, go ahead, man.
That's the year I was supposed to graduate. I did it in 97, though. Still did.
This shit crazy. Polo, you full of it, man. Nigga be pumping words in
We
the
joking today, baby.
Nah, you know I'm a
Stop
fuck.
all
Hey,
day.
hey, 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 Sal. Hey, Jacob in New Orleans. You already know I'm a fuck with you when you come up in this bitch. So don't
Hey,
even try that shit.
this nigga
Look,
Polo
I
can't
fuck with my
stop.
own team. You know, I'm going to
Hey,
keep it real. I call them bitches shit water for the last 25 years.
Polo take shots at you. Then when you come here to address it, he like, "Oh, you and your feelings." Like, nigga, you done took a shot at me. I can't come. I can't come say something.
Okay, all right. Now, okay. First, all right. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. Now, you know, but I've been telling y'all about the KP situation as well as as well as the Lucas situation. Ticket put it in perspective too as well. What do you feel about the Dallas situation? I'm pretty sure you got a lot to say on that, and then you could address anything that you heard as far as football.
I don't got too much to say about it. It was kind of clear during the playoffs. I mean, it was evident before the playoffs started they didn't like each other. You know what I'm saying? And like your boy Nola say, I think KP Shitwater. I wouldn't want him on my team. I don't know how much value a player have when you that tall. You ain't really can't really defend the basket for the height you got. Are you really? You're not that physical. You a nigga can blow on you. You get hurt. Like I don't know what I want to do with you. I don't know what the future is for you. You was injury prone before you came to Dallas, and I told my people back home, I'm like, I don't know why y'all want KP. I mean, he a nice talent, but he injury prone. And you know, when you get in the playoffs, that's when the physicality of the game start. You know what I'm saying? You got to both. I mean, you got to. I just don't like him. I'm not a fan of KP. I really not. I'm just not a fan of KP. I mean, is that to say that Luca Luca kind of wrongfully doing some things? I'm not condoning what Luca possibly doing, but I don't know the whole full story. But I know they don't like each other, and I know I don't like KP. I think the Mavericks should try to get rid of him. You know, but other than that, the Carson Wentz situation, I don't. I mean, I don't. I wouldn't put no faith in Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? He had one great year, and he just never. He just never was himself after injury. Maybe he can have somewhat like a Alex Smith type finish to his career, but I don't believe. I don't believe it. I don't believe he will live up to expectations that he had coming into the league. He ever get back to that. Maybe he can be
I still
a
like him.
quarterback.
You still like him, Jacob?
What's the
Yeah,
like of
a motherfucker town. Shit.
a lot of people say he a diva too. He a super
Who?
diva. I
Carson
mean,
Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
it speaks a lot. If you look at a lot of things that transpired,
Mhm.
it, it's not a good look when you're a quarterback and it seems like your team don't even want to fight for you or play for you, especially your offensive line. And we see various times where he got knocked around, the offensive line didn't even care. So I don't know what it is about him, but the illusion is other players don't want to play for him. So it would seem like he might have some very serious leadership qualities about him that's not, and that's you know, it's not
And that's
connected to having a winning recipe. You
I
don't. But go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. So no, I'm piggybacking off of what you said. Man, you touched on something very, very key: leadership. Man, you could not have the best talent in the world, right? And you know, there might be other players on that team that are superbly more talented than you. But it's if you bring that leadership and that mental capacity to get things done, man, that says a lot about you. But if you bring a diva attitude and you got all the talent in the world, man,
You got
that's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good point. I think everything when they saw Andrew Luck just retire out of nowhere, I think that kind of just that took him out of it kind of took the momentum out of Indy, man.
yeah. I just it's no reason for me to believe in Wentz. If he turn it around, so great. He's not in NFC no more, so I really don't care what he do. He well in the AFC. What is that? The AFC South.
Hmm.
You know, I actually hate that he left because then were like some easy Then were gonna be some easy victories for us with him being quarterback, but he gone.
Right.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with Carson Wentz.
How old is Carson Wentz? Yeah, hey, like Blackface said, because he's a Colts fan. Yeah, that took the breath out of Indianapolis, man. I was shocked as hell. I was like, damn, did this motherfucker just he just retired out of nowhere? But
Oh, I'm
that
talking
it had to be
about
decided.
Who y'all talking about?
Andrew
Philip
And
Rivers.
no,
Andrew
nah, Andrew, nah, Philip Rivers. I was shocked at that too. But Philip Rivers, man, he been in the league a long time and was unsuccessful.
I don't. Some injuries, man. Y'all gotta think about it. It could be life threatening, man. If you take another hit,
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah,
stuff like
that's
that,
facts.
man, or something like
Hmm.
that. I
Hmm.
mean, it's either that or he gonna be he gonna be looking like Christopher Reeve rest of his life. He don't
Right,
wanna be looking
right,
like that.
right. Yeah, that's facts.
Oh, he got paid. I mean, it wasn't God's will for him to be playing.
I
That's
think
That's
all.
facts.
the thing about it, you gotta understand these are athletes and yeah, they have passion for the game, but certain scenarios are more important in sports to certain players, and we gotta respect them for that. You know, everybody's not gonna go out there and just die for the sport, and that's not even rational thinking to think everybody gonna go out there and just and be a Ronnie Lott or somebody like that. It's just not even rational thinking. People are good at professional sports, and they put a lot in their craft, but not everybody's gonna go to the same measure to or take the same risk to continue to be a professional athlete. Look at a Calvin Johnson as well. Calvin Johnson wasn't going. He said, "You
Yep.
know what? I'm giving it up." Eric Dickerson, giving it up, man. You
Yep.
Yeah, I like
Oh.
when Megatron got out of there. Now I was like, dang, okay. But Megatron, do you think that he is going to be a Hall of Famer?
Man, that's not
Um.
a question, man. If he not a Hall of Famer, come on.
Well, some
Huh.
people don't think so
Megatron.
though.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean. I. I mean.
What'd you say,
I
Paulo?
just don't see him.
Some
He ain't
people,
play
some
long
people,
enough.
some people, yeah, some people don't think that Megatron deserves to be in
Um,
He ain't play long enough.
deserve that gold jacket.
um, it's hard for me
He
to
ain't
see
play
that.
long enough.
Yeah. I
He
think he
played
deserves to
like
be in
nine
there, but
seasons.
I had to ask y'all that because
He
y'all
played
y'all
nine
love the
seasons,
football.
didn't
He ain't play long enough.
Yeah, he only played like six seasons.
how'd
Yeah,
he
you
play
can't get in the
more than
Hall
that?
of Fame. He ain't played long enough. What records did he break?
He only played 60s. I think he played longer than that. Let me look
I
here.
think he played. Hold on, let me check.
Man,
It was like
he
six or seven.
I
Where
Oh,
is
thought he
Calvin
played
Johnson
eight.
ranked
I thought
amongst the lead receivers?
yeah, that's a good question. What do you think, Sal?
You know what I'm saying?
As far as the elite
But here
receivers,
we're talking about
I mean,
where's he ranked at all time? Not
statistically, he probably not top 10, but I would think as far as
Uh, yeah, he only played 8 seasons. I knew it was
yeah, I
about
know
six, six, 7, 8. Yeah, he played from '07 to 15.
yeah, I kind of assume that. I mean, it's hard for me
can't put
not
him
to
in the
see
Hall of
him.
Fame. I can't put him in the Hall of Fame. Sorry,
It's hard for me
not
to
trying to
not
be
see
funny.
him. It's hard for me to not see him be a Hall of Fame because he was dominant and he had a run as being the best receiver in the league for at least what 3 4
Well,
years.
he
That
had,
still don't mean nothing.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
I
correct.
will
Don't
say
look
this.
at the Hall of Fame.
I will say this though, South. That's a good point that you brought up. And Jacob, let me clarify this. You got to look at the 1,000 yard seasons. That's huge. Some people don't see that. Even you can be on a losing team, if you have a 1,000 yard season, they take that. You could have six, like 5 seasons of 1,000 yards. They take that into account. So and he had multiple seasons where he was 1,000 yards.
I said, where is he ranked among the league's all time? Where is Calvin Johnson at? He ain't nowhere near that. Ain't. I ain't got no
He,
Right,
take on it. He ain't on the.
but
He
then you
but
ain't
got
no
no, but
thing.
he has 7 seasons with 1,000 yards straight. Like that's huge. I'm not talking about him being up there amongst the great with like a Jerry Rice or any of that. But we're talking about just 1,000 yards. Like that's huge, man. So
his
I
That
potential,
is you, but still, I ain't played 10 years. So
bro. It's a lot of players
well,
that
I
have
mean,
short careers that's in the
well
Hall of Fame.
they're considering Terrell Davis,
yeah,
and
he
he
ain't
didn't
no
play that
Steve
long,
Largent. He ain't no Steve
huh?
Largent. Yeah,
Calvin gonna
he
get
ain't
in
no
there.
Steve Largent. Shit,
Of course not.
He almost had a
nigga ain't
that
played
nigga.
long enough to even be talking about Hall of Fame.
But
Hell no.
I did look at that, Jacob. I did look at that, but then I was like, I had to see. Okay, I did have to remember that he was, 1,000 yard, 1,000 yard seasons, multiple
And
seasons.
for like 3 or 4 years, he was pretty much the best receiver in the league.
He could be. What does that have to do with what the hell I just said?
It has a lot to do with it because they
Look
take
at
that
Taylor
into they take that into account. They
because
take.
Well, because you got
Hold
he
on, sir.
dropped out. All players are not in the Hall of Fame because of longevity. We know that. Eric Dickerson didn't have a long career. You know,
okay,
Among
but
Terrell,
Eric Dickerson got what? But guess what? You want to know the difference between Eric Dickerson and him? Eric Dickerson got a rushing record.
that
He
man
got a
Calvin
rushing
Johnson got
record.
a year he had almost 2,000 yards per season, bro.
Do he got a passing? Do he got a
What's
passing
the
a single season passing rushing record? A passing record receiving
bro?
record?
He had a year where he almost had 2,000 receiving yards in
You ain't
2000.
answering my question. Do Calvin Johnson have a single season receiving record? Yes or no?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what's the record
Simple
for all time?
fucking question. Answer the question.
Damn, are
Answer the
you
question.
listening? What's the all-time receiving yards in the season? Because he had 1,964 in 2012.
Hmm.
I don't know.
That's a
I just want to
motherfucking
know if
receiver.
he do.
I
I
think
don't
he.
know.
Hey, you know what, Jacob? You know what, Jacob? You know what, Jacob? I think I remember at South that year that he got the cover. Didn't he get? He accomplished something. I just couldn't remember what it was. I don't know if it was end zone touchdown passes, but he accomplished something when he got the cover.
I'm looking right now. In 2012, he had
Salute
1,900.
to you, Hitman X. I see you in the building. Funky Town represents.
Hitman X Funky Time, baby. What's the good? Oh,
Hey,
damn,
y'all
bro.
subscribe to my boy Hitman X's page, man. Definitely a Suns fan. We got to see if they gonna close it out tonight.
Phoenix?
Yeah, they play
Phoenix
tonight,
ain't
right?
closing it out tonight. Now they might put like this. If Phoenix got to jump on the Clippers early, they got to do it early. Devin
Uh-oh.
Booker's gonna
Hey,
be the reason
Hitman.
why.
Hitman, I smell a little smoke. I smell a little smoke. That boy Jacob wants the smoke. He said, y'all ain't closing another out.
I ain't say that, man. Let me finish, Polo. You quit sending a message. Being chatty patty, chatty
I know,
chatty
man.
P.
I got to instigate a
Nah,
little bit, man. You know what
I think, like I said, if
Calvin Johnson holds the receiving yards in the single season in 1960. Nobody has more
Ooh, hey,
passing.
Jacob. Jacob sounds political, man. Do I smell an ether? And Sausalitico just do it so calm, like he's like, yeah, he currently holds the record.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the record is because I like
I
at
know,
about
and that's
2000.
that year he got that the Madden cover.
Bro, that is crazy. Because I was looking, I'm like, that's a lot of receiving yards. I was looking at the stats.
Yeah,
He gonna get
hey
an.
Jacob, that's Hall of Fame worthy, and he had 7 seasons out of the 8 seasons with 1,000 yards. Remember, you got to remember he was injured too. He was injured for some of those seasons.
He gonna get in
He,
there, man.
he
It's,
said,
it's no way.
I'll let my boy make it this time. Hey Jacob, he said he gonna let you live. Nah,
boy,
man,
I'm the
come on,
big
man.
brother.
You got to finish
Look,
on what you said
I'm the
yesterday.
big
You
brother.
jumped out when you was cooking. When you and wait, what was going at it?
Now uh, I'm gonna let my little brother. You know what I'm saying? He be doing his thing. You know, he still don't know more than me, but
Ooh.
that's
What are you talking about? Oh, he man.
talking about you, little brother.
He talking about more than that.
You know, yeah, I let you
Hey,
win that one. You know,
you got you got that Mavericks cap on too tight. That's what's going on.
I wear it
It's
tight.
too
I
good
wear it tight. What?
speculation.
Come take it out of
Hey,
my
Hey,
head. Come
they
here.
might win.
Come take it out.
They might end up making a push this year. They got J Kidd,
Hey,
man.
hey! Come take my hat off my head. See what happens. This little puppy gonna tear you up. This little puppy over here,
Oh, what
KP
you
ain't
got, Pitt?
huh?
What you got, a Pitt?
Nah, I think that's a pretty dog though. It's all
Mm.
black. Probably one of them,
Oh, okay.
like one of them dogs that you would have like in a president. One of them, they look expensive though. It's
Uh-huh.
a nice dog, man. Nice dog.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
dog. Yeah, I don't know what kind it is. I have to ask my neighbor, but you gotta. It's
So,
very. They really expensive.
hey, South. I'm finna. Did y'all want to continue to cook? Because I'm finna run off and do something. Did y'all want to stay and cook or chop it up or whatever? I'm finna run off and do something real quick. You came through a little bit later, though. I guess you had some business to take care of or something, man. But
Oh, yeah, I was on the phone and then I'm waiting on another call anyway. But I mean, it's up to you. You can shut it down or whatever. It's up
oh,
to
okay.
you.
If y'all did you want to continue to cook, Jay?
I'll cook with my little brother if he got a minute.
Okay, all right. Just bear with me, man, and y'all can hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Hitman, if 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 you're gonna jump in, put the link in the chat, and I also one day I'm gonna have to show both of y'all how to let people in and all that stuff. One day, but we'll get to the meat and potatoes of that. I got to get y'all emails and stuff, but y'all hold it down for me, okay?
Right.
All
What you got going
right.
on, Si?
No, not much, man. I want to get in on this talk. I said I heard y'all talking about the boys. Polo, a down low Cowboy fan. He don't want to admit it.
Oh, Polo love. Listen, let me tell you something, Sal. It's a whole lot of Cowboy fans that love the Cowboys.
Yeah, they try to come
Love
out
the
when they see
Cowboys.
what's gonna happen. You got some. See, it's a phase of fans that people don't realize. You got the real fans. Then
Yep.
it's always like a layer of fans that just waiting to see what's going on before they try to come out. They like straddle the fence. I don't really call them
Mm-hmm.
real fans, but they start first. They be like first, they be speaking in third person with the Cowboys. Then when they see
Mm-hmm.
them winning that, then they start they change up. Like, hold on,
Yeah.
this ain't your team now. Now they your team because you see them winning.
Yeah.
See how
Yeah.
people
Well,
everybody.
Well, put it like this: when you the most talked about, oh, I tell you, that's why I return. Cowboys to me, I started to feel like we just the media boys, cause we always in the news, we always good or bad, don't make a difference what it is. Every time you cut on that dang on Sports Center, or especially Undisputed, they always talking about Dallas. Dallas gonna be talked about soon as training camp come up. Guess who they're gonna start talking about first? The Cowboys. Soon as preseason start, guess who they're gonna start talking about first? The Cowboys. Season opener, you already know they're gonna be talking about us. Guess what? We on prime time. People can talk about Dallas all they want. Guess who's the most seen team on prime time? Them Cowboys. Whether you like it, love it, hate it, however, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see and you're gonna see and always witness us win, lose, or tie. You know, ain't no draw. Well, tie. You know what I'm saying? And that's good as it's gonna get.
Man, whatever making money gonna get talked about. It's as simple as that. I don't know why people worry themselves whether they Cowboy fan or not. They always talk about the Cowboys because it make money, man.
Well,
People gonna talk about what make money.
I'm a fan. Well, I understand it make money, but I'm to the point like, come on, man. You gotta understand. I've been watching them since I was a child. Not a grown man, not a teenager, since I was a child.
Yeah. Same
Before I
here.
was 10 years old. Before I was 10 years old. Before my grandfather passed, man. That's how long I've been watching the Cowboys. So I know what football is all about. I don't give a damn about no contract. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about that. Because I watched it in an era where if your ass ain't good enough, you get out the damn field. You tired? Get the fuck off the field. That's Jimmy Johnson era. You thirsty, boy? Get off my field. You can't handle that? Go home. Jerry, give him his paycheck. He ain't ready. He don't want to play. That's the era that I come from. And if you can't handle that, and that's the then ain't no point to keep talking about this player, that player, because guess what? There's a lot of great players that were good. That wasn't a star of the team, but they was good their whole career. Same way in basketball. Same way in basketball. Same thing. You ain't got the will to win. Sometimes it's talent, but sometimes it's certain players' will, brother. Everybody ain't got the, huh?
The big problem with us is we got Jerry that be calling all the star players. He always calling them.
Mm-hmm.
He don't, you know what I'm saying? Can't call to them players. They got to go out there and perform, or and they got to know if you ain't gonna perform, man, you're gonna be gone. See, a lot of people don't like the Patriots, but the Patriots definitely old school. If you ain't doing shit, they don't care who your name is. You gone.
Yep. I won the Super Bowl. I want a high contract. I want a $200 million contract. Shit. All right. Well, see who gonna give you that? Huh?
Bye, Felicia. That's what they gonna say.
Hey, I want to raise, Sal. I want to raise. I want to raise. I want to raise.
Hey, man. I can't. A lot of people don't like the Patriots, but I can't knock it, man. Shit,
And me either.
Super Bowl.
Last 20 years, listen, they dominate. Listen, 20 years. That's why I was trying to tell somebody that. How can put like this? Robert Kraft is he probably not. He got to be at least the second most accomplished owner in the history of the NFL. The man has 6 franchise Super Bowls.
Yeah, they came
6 franchise Super Bowls.
These Negroes passed us up in 2 decades.
Right, in 2 decades. 2 decades. Golly. Man, come on, man.
Well, you got to keep getting players in the salary cap era. This ain't no 90s and the early 90s and 80s where you can just keep your players. They had to worry about no cap. Just keep your players.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the dynasty team. They kept replenishing players,
Right.
replenishing defensive, offensive players. Like damn,
Right.
and everybody, it's like, and then Jerry Jones act like he can't get it. Like man, you doing the exact opposite of what's making a team successful. You
Mm-hmm.
calling and holding them till it's too late, till they ain't even worth shit, and then trying to get with them when they ain't even worth shit. Like who does that? Holding on to players forever,
Right.
paying them the money they ain't performing, or they showing you they about done.
Right.
Can't do that, man. This salary cap era, that shit ate us alive. And see, a lot of people when he when he paid Ezekiel, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, you should have let him hold out, and we should have just played ball until he came back.
Yeah, we had Pollard. You don't think Pollard could have held it down? Pollard is more
Yeah,
of a more. He's a he.
Pollard not better than
He's a
Ezekiel. If we would
huh?
have came out, Pollard not better than Ezekiel, but if we could have came out and we won a couple of games without Zeke, he would have had to come on in like nigga, shit, we gonna go
So you
on with the
telling so Pollard couldn't hold it down? Is that what you telling me?
No, I was stopping you before you tried to imply that Pollard was better than Ezekiel. Like, no, we're not gonna do that.
Now I went now hold on hold on. I wasn't finna say that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying he's still a compliment. He's a back that complements Zeke.
yeah.
Look at Pollard. Look at Pollard. Pollard can do the same thing. Zeke. The only difference is he's not a bruiser or a brutal running back like that. He's very quick. He's very flashy. You know what I'm saying? He can move. You know what I'm saying? He's not big. He's kind of that guy that can line up on the outside. Zeke can line up too, but Pollard can do a lot in the flats and everything.
I think Pollard. I think Pollard could be a decent back, and the value. See, the thing about it, the value teams pass so much now. Like, you don't have to have the best back in the league, and that's what I'm saying when we doing that little holdout 3 years ago. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, man, we had Zeke. He was the number one rusher, running back, rushing the going into that year, but we were barely top 10 in rushing though. When you
Right.
had the Patriots had running back by committee the year before that, and they was in the top 5 in rushing, and they weren't paying no running back all that goddamn money. You see what I'm saying? And they had depth, so you finna give a running back, top. You finna pay him top dollars, and he eat up the cap, and then if he get hurt or if he stop performing, you got a nigga that ain't even performing, just eating up most of your cap when you can have depth. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Depth at running back is more important than having the best running back to me, especially with our roster
Yeah.
we got now. Got all these
Yeah.
receiver weapons. We don't need the best. We don't need now the only thing about Ezekiel that separate him from most running backs is he can block his ass off. That's for sure for a running back, and that's one of the
Right.
tougher things that running backs have issue with. A lot of running backs don't make it in the league because block. I'm gonna have to get up out of here. I'll catch up with you.
All right.